step in the right direction.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Gen Z Reviews, episode 69. I'm trying to get us all the way up to episode 100. We still got quite a bit to go, but today we are rewinding back to 2007, 19 years ago, everybody.
Wow.
And we're talking about No Country for Old Men. And my gosh, this is, unfortunately, for a lot of people my age, we get a lot of crucial moments, a lot of these cult classic films spoiled for us. And the big spoiler that I knew about going into this was that Josh Brolin dies. And it's unceremonious and it comes out of nowhere. This happens. This is what we have to deal with now. So I knew that going in, but nevertheless, that was still a tragic, really shocking moment. And even though I knew a lot of these like key moments because I've been spoiled growing up with parents that know these movies and other, adults around, because this movie is still very relevant, still very talked about today. I still enjoyed it. Nevertheless, I really thought from start to finish, the pacing, it's not like super fast or anything, but it keeps you going. It keeps you intrigued. And, it's not like the classic modern example of, the camera is just like shifting every 5 seconds. It has these long shots, yet the pacing keeps you intrigued the whole time. So it's really impressive. I really admired that. And then, of course, you have Javier Bardem, and he is really something. So I was really surprised watching this, seeing how much of Michael Myers feel I got from him.
Or the Terminator.
Or Terminator. There you go. That's another good one. But that was really kind of a good surprise for me, enjoying that character, finally being able to see who this character is, Anton Chigurh, right? And I finally, this is kind of one of those like iconic villains that he's not a horror villain, but he's definitely probably like top 10 movie villains that people are still kind of ringing about. I've heard his name so many times. You've seen the pictures, you've seen the haunting images of him staring down into your soul through the screen. So yeah, it definitely terrible haircut. Yes, he's still, he's not an ugly guy though. Not an ugly guy.
No, he's like discount Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Timu Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
They do look a lot alike.
They do look a lot alike.
But yeah, that's just quickly my impression about the movie. Something exciting about this panel, which I'm always so thankful to have you guys on. You all have different backgrounds with the movie. And I know some of you are really big fans of the movie, and some of you are just tackling this for the first time. So why don't you share with us your impression of No Country for Old Men and the sort of impact it's had on you guys?
So I'll go first. I watched it, I want to say it was maybe like 6-7 years ago, so fairly recent. And I'm sad I didn't watch it earlier. It is such a good film. Yeah, you don't know when Javier Bardem's character is he's looming in the background, so it's so scary and creepy, very Michael Myers-ish, very Terminator-ish. But yeah, I loved it. I was really happy to hear that you haven't seen it before. But yeah, excited to talk about it.
So the first time I saw this movie, sorry, if you want to go ahead.
No, it's okay.
It pissed me off.
Oh, gosh.
I was so angry, and I saw it way back when, shortly after it came out at home. So maybe 2007, 2008. I did not like how they handled Josh Brolin's death. I felt cheated in a way because, like, all of a sudden, wait, that's him? What the hell? And then I was angry. I was angry because of how it ended, and I didn't get that resolution that I wanted to see this Terminator crushed. You know what I mean? So that really pissed me off. It's very well shot, very well acted. It's actually beautifully shot, and some really intense moments, some very well crafted and constructed moments of tension, the cat and mouse thing with Josh and Javier. And Josh was very smart too. I mean, he was pretty, he knew things to do, he thought forward. But I always felt that it was hugely overrated because the ending pissed me off so much.
Oh, crap.
And I heard the book is exactly like that. So I'm glad I didn't read the book. The book would have pissed me off too. So I feel very mixed. Like, I feel like it's overrated, yet I can recognize how good it is in various ways. And I totally forgot or didn't even know it was Coen Brothers movie until I rewatched it. I was like, oh, they did this? Oh, okay. It doesn't really feel exactly like a Coen Brothers movie.
What other movies did they do? They did True Grit.
Raising Arizona.
Okay.
Didn't they do The Big Lebowski?
Yeah, Big
Yeah.
Lebowski.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah. They're kind of like known for their quirky style. Did they do Fargo? Is that one of
Yes.
theirs?
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so they have a very quirky style, but this was based on a book, so not their original material, I guess, ish. I don't know. This didn't really feel like one of their films to me. Not that it's a complaint. I didn't realize it.
Sure. What were you gonna say, Joe?
I was gonna say, jumping off from where Sin left off, though. Yeah, the ending kind of annoyed me too, though. But this was in the year of 2007, where like movies like There Will Be Blood came out as well, that were just really great acted. But I don't think they realized how to end movies back then. They just decided to say, okay, this is enough. We'll just put a wrap this thing up. But yeah, Javier Bardem is definitely the standout of it. I think he was talked about by psychologists as like the best representation of what a psychopath is, like the most clinically best definition of it. So yeah, I think he alone is a reason to watch this movie.
Yes.
Do you and him have a lot in common, World War Joe?
Well, the haircut definitely.
The haircut. Got it.
Oh yeah.
Nice. What do you think, Matt?
Well, it was interesting hearing Megan and Sin's takes. I think that Megan is probably the only woman I've ever met that likes this movie. Like, this is women hate this movie. And
This and Mad Max.
So why? Is it for the same reason? That,
I think that there's just thematic ideas in this movie that resonates more with men than it does women. And look, I understand the Brolin thing, and like, yes, that sucks. And the movie definitely does lose steam after that happens, because you're watching this fantastic cat and mouse chase between the two guys. Like you said, Brolin's a very smart, capable person, able to hold his own. So you're just kind of like anticipating that showdown that they're going to have, and that it never happens, it's very similar to the book. There are some differences, obviously, that you always have to change some things, but I would say like 80% of it still is the book. And like the way he dies is just as unceremonious in the book. And when it happens, it sucks. It really does. Can't really defend that. All you can say is like, kind of like what World War Joe was saying, they didn't know how to end movies. I can agree with that, but not with this case, because that's just how the book ends. So they're just following very closely to the book. And it's a Cormac McCarthy novel. And if you guys know anything about Cormac McCarthy, he also wrote The Road. I don't know if you ever saw that movie with Viggo
hated that
Mortensen.
movie too.
Fucking depressing shit.
Just walked down the road and kept walking down the road, and oh my gosh,
The Road is like one of the best books I've ever read. But the movie does a good job with adapting it, but it's just not as good as the book, obviously. But if you know Cormac McCarthy, it's just the Coen Brothers were able to really capture what it feels like reading a Cormac McCarthy book. And a lot of that is because, like, just in the beginning when Josh Brolin's hunting and then he finds the money, that whole sequence, like, there's no dialogue. It's just him. There's nature shots, but like, you kind of going along with it. You're in his mindset. You get what he's thinking, and like, that's like the genius of the movie. It's like, you're really just understanding where all of these characters are coming from without that much dialogue. And that's very much how the book is written as well. So if you read the book, it's like the way the prose is in the book, it's very lyrical the way the movie is as well. It's hard to explain. You have to read a Cormac McCarthy book and you know what I'm talking about. But
did the book give a background for Llewelyn?
He's like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah.
And like I think they might talk a little bit more about that in the book, but they don't go into it though.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a World War Vietnam vet. So that's sort of like where all of his capability comes from, is just being in the military. That's why his mind works the way it does.
And he says that he used to be a welder.
Yeah. Like that was his trade. Yeah.
I feel like he was pretty unfulfilled with that line of work. He sort of picks up. I feel like he almost has a bit of pride getting into the action because, you know, he's able to use his more primal skills, you know, that he's probably, you know, most deeply tied to more so than his welding skills, right? And you're you know, he's in the boring desert. He lives in a crappy trailer. He doesn't really have much going on in life, but
Hey,
we'll get to
Texas
that.
isn't that bad.
Oh no, no hate to Texas. No hate to Texas. He just doesn't have the best situation. But you know, he makes the most of it, and he has a nice relationship with his wife. And this is one of those.
I question I was waiting for you to say the wife. I question the relationship with the wife because there's a scene in it where he tells her, "I'm going to take you if you keep talking like that. I'm going to take." Yeah, but it's like, yeah.
Oh, they were joking.
That was like a
'cause
flirting kind
it
of
was,
thing.
yeah, that was just banter, and you could
tripping.
tell.
Oh, no,
you could
my
tell
ice cream
from
is
her
too cold. Like, what is that's not a threat when you're in a marriage.
You're crazy.
Well, it's banter, but he does say, "I'll take you back," and you know, I'll screw you. And she's like,
Yeah.
Big talk. So maybe there's
Yeah.
like some sexual frustration there or something. You know, I don't know.
Nice.
Sorry to cut
It's
you
always
off,
good
yeah.
talking about that here. This is the best place for it.
You love
Friends.
talking about it.
I love it. As Kyle always says, he likes to point that out. Oh gosh, let me just tell people really quickly. So we're going to get into the first chapter here, but in case you don't know about the story, just to sum it up briefly, in the sun-baked deserts of 1980s West Texas, a hunter discovers a fortune in blood money from a failed drug deal and claims it as his own. Soon, a remorseless killer is on his trail, while an aging sheriff surveys the rising tide of violence, confronting a world that has grown darker than he ever knew. Now, the way this works, everybody, if this is your first time joining us, is we break the movie down into chapters. I have 5 different chapters here, and I have a ton of discussion questions. And I'm pretty passionate about this one. I'm really excited. I think more so here than the recent films. We've been on a pretty bleak streak lately. So unfortunately, this is definitely kind of a rough conversation, but I'm excited. And I think this movie has just a lot of really interesting elements to it. And we're going to try to get into all of it through each of these chapters. So this first chapter here, we are in the vast, unforgiving landscape of 1980s West Texas, as I said. We follow aging Sheriff Ed Tom Bell, who reflects on a changing world of violence that no longer follows the old rules. While out hunting antelope, Llewelyn Moss, who is Josh Brolin's character, stumbles upon the bloody aftermath of a drug deal gone wrong. Scattered bodies, abandoned vehicles, a load of drugs, and a briefcase stuffed with cash. He takes the money and returns home, but guilt and curiosity later pull him back to the scene with water for a dying survivor. That decision triggers a desperate nighttime chase across the desert as armed men close in, forcing Moss to fight for his life and realize the fortune he claimed has already marked him. And, you know, this is unfortunately like the ending part of that of this first chapter is the sad part of life where, what do they say? It's like good things, like you do something good for people and it bites you in the ass. You know what I'm talking about? What's the expression? No good deed goes unpunished. And that's exactly what happens to him here. You know, you kind of wonder like who this character is.
I mean, he did take money that wasn't his. So you
I
could
don't
look at it as kind of
know.
like karma.
Wasn't his evil drug money.
I know, but
mean,
still,
you've
got
seen
your
his-
hands on that blood money.
Have you seen his house? I would have taken it too.
Yeah, but
Well,
look where he
okay,
ended
so-
up because of it.
Since you brought that up, my first question here is, why do you think Llewelyn takes the money despite, clearly understanding the risks? I mean, he comes here to this site, all of these dead people. He's pretty unfazed by it. It's a really horrific scene. There's one guy that's still left alive. He sees piles of drugs in the trunk of one of the trucks, and he eventually finds money by another dead guy who was trying to get away with it. So was he like taking this money? Was it like out of greed? Did he want to use the money as like a reason for opportunity? What do you guys think?
It was a good it just an opportunity fell on his lap and he took it. He would have been fine if he didn't bring that fucking water back to that guy. He would have been fine. Like he would have gotten away with it. It would have been no problem. But because he's like a good person at heart, I guess. He's laying in bed and he's like, shit. And then he just gets up and fills up the water and takes it to the guy. And the guy's already dead. So, but when he he would have gotten away with it though. Like it was just like everyone always fantasizes, I think, about being in a situation, a scenario like that. And you always ask yourself what you would do too. And so I think that's part of what makes that scene kind of cool, because he does it, you know.
But would he have gotten away because they still had the tracker and the money? How far does
Exactly,
it
yeah.
go?
Yeah,
How far away did he
exactly.
live from that
Yeah.
hunting ground? Yeah.
They would have found him.
They would have
mean,
found him much
tracker's
sooner
in the money.
because
Yeah.
he wouldn't have even known.
Yeah,
The
but
tracker
they
was
wouldn't have
there.
really known where to look at first, though. You know, and that tracker sucked too. These are trackers from the 80s,
Right,
the early
that's
80s,
true.
you know.
It just
So-
beeps.
They
So
still
he just-
found him though when he was farther away with the
Needs
tracker.
That's
But-
because Anton Chigurh, like all the information that he was able to compile, like he kind of had an assumption of where he would be at that point.
Good
I mean,
point.
yeah, you can say that. You can make the argument that they would have still found him because of the tracker, but I just feel like because he goes back with the water, and then like the cartel guys are there and they start shooting at him. He had to adjust his plan after that, whereas before he would have probably just hit the road like right away. You
Yeah.
know?
I think he kind of already assessed the fact that there were just going to be the drug cartel. And so he already pretty much knew, okay, I can take them on if I really need to because of my background. So he didn't really feel that they were much of a threat. So he felt like he could do it.
I would have liked to see a version where he didn't go back for the guy and they came to his house to try to get him. What would that have been, like him and his wife on the run from Anton?
I don't know how far they would have gotten. I think they would have caught him with his pants down.
Yeah.
Probably literally too.
I don't know. I feel like he would have maybe set up some type of traps because it does seem as though he thinks through things. He has the money in the hotel room and he decides to put it in the air vent. So I think he would have found a good spot to hide it, maybe move some money around, maybe separate
that's-
it from the case. Yeah.
That's because he knew he was being pursued already. If he hadn't even
True.
known, maybe he wouldn't have even thought about how, like, he would probably think, how can they find me? There's no evidence of me being here. Unless he opened up the case, took out all the money, and found the tracker.
It's kind of
True.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, this is 2007, right? So this is almost 20 years ago. And there's
Amazing.
$2 million. There's $2 million that he took there. And in today's money, I mean, really, that's not like, I mean, it's a big amount, but it's not like retirement big. He's talking about retiring his girl.
Oh, yes,
and
it
who knows? It's
absolutely
like,
is
you could
retirement
retire.
big.
Yeah.
Yes, it
You see
absolutely
where he's
is retirement.
living?
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
you think he could last on that for the rest of his life?
Oh,
100%,
yes. If you're,
especially back then.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. In 1980s money, or 1980. Oh, yeah. Even today, you could.
You could invest it in something too.
Yep.
No, well,
Absolutely.
never mind.
It's definitely money worth killing for. We'll just say that.
I'm not going to ask
Do
what
I?
Joe would do in this situation.
No comment.
Probably
What do you
good
think,
idea
like,
not to.
I thought something that was kind of interesting about the opening here is, how sometimes a setting or like a landscape sort of becomes a character in itself. And I think there's a lot of times where the desert is a character. There's all sorts of great Western examples where the desert just kind of plays a role. How do you think the
Antagonist.
desert plays a role in this?
It's like a neo-noir Western, so that setting, like you said, it is a character, and it's the perfect backdrop for this movie. It does feel like a modern Western.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just feels like simpler times for sure. And then the background of it just being an open wasteland. And it is a bit scary to see just an open desert where you could just throw any bodies. It's just so much easier to drive out of town, dispose of some bodies, and keep driving.
Yeah.
I liked how you just see him just looking down the scope and just waiting for who knows how long, because that's just what he's trained for.
Yeah. I think too, I imagine it's still the case. I don't know, because Megan, you would know, you're the Texan. The desert, I mean, it's so vast, and it seems like it's just like it's land that can't really be controlled, right? So, I mean, is it still lawless? Because, I mean, 2007, I believe watching this that it is very lawless. Like, how on earth could you possibly control everything happening in the desert?
True. I didn't grow up in Texas. I moved to Texas. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, you should know.
Metropolitan areas are pretty nice. So I mean, I can imagine that in these areas where you're not able to cultivate a lot of crops, it could be a little bit more lawless, possibly, because it's more desolate. But yeah, I could see where there could be more lawlessness. Definitely cartels could be a big issue in those areas as well. Easier to convene, easier to, you know, do hands off and whatnot.
Fair
Drug
enough.
handoff, yeah.
I feel like there's what do you have like in America now, like lawless areas, you have like urban streets, you have, rough cities, you have the desert. I think these all just kind of have like a character to them, and I don't think there's
Mhm.
too many like natural areas in the country that feel untamed like the desert does. And I think that's something kind of interesting about this movie too is, I watch it and I don't really get a good sense of what time period I'm in. Like I didn't know if we were in the 70s. I didn't know if we were in the early 2000s. Mostly because I think we spent a lot of time in nature, and we spent a lot of time mostly with characters in these kind of familiar places. Like, we spent some time in the convenience store. It looks the same as any other convenience store I've ever been to. So,
And that convenience store scene is actually the scene where you find out what year it is. So
Yeah.
like you don't even really know what
Oh.
year it is
It's
until
just late
he's
70s, early 80s is the sense
Yeah.
you can you can tell, but not necessarily the specific year.
as the movie goes on, you start seeing more of the world, then yes, it's more apparent. But in the beginning, when it's just like him in the desert,
Yeah.
yeah, you're just like, oh.
Hmm.
But yeah, he mentions the coin and what year the coin was, and you're able to do the math and figure out what year it is.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm excited to get to that point. That'll be the next chapter because that's when things really start to heat up. But before we get to that, I'm kind of wondering, how would you guys describe the pacing of this movie? Because like I said
Perfect.
earlier,
It's
I
perfect.
thought, well, how do you describe it? Like, how do you quantify
Methodical.
the way? Okay,
Damn, I was just going to use the word slow,
Agreed.
methodical.
Yeah.
Yep, that's That's a perfect way to describe it. Yes, it's very methodical.
It's like and deliberate. It's like
Mhm.
there's really no fat on it.
Mhm.
As disappointing as the death of Brolin is, which does suck, it doesn't really disrupt the pace necessarily. It just changes the course in which the movie goes in, but the pace just maintains. It's just consistent all the way throughout.
It's
All right.
crazy to see how much of a force Bardem is throughout most of it, and then you kind of see towards the middle, almost towards the end, you could see a little bit of history and possibly humanity in him, and then he just rejects that and keeps on going. It's kind of crazy because I kept thinking like, could you take that part out? Would it read the same? And it doesn't. Kind of gives him a little bit of humanity, a little bit of a backstory, possibly.
Yeah. It feels like it's interesting because there's sort of deceptive moments where he does sort of shimmer like an inch of morality. Like there is something there. There's a method to his madness, but at the end of the day, it's really none of it is based on value of human life.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
that's
all
when
about the toss of a coin. He doesn't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to get to him. Let's first say hello to everybody in the chat before we move to the first chapter. Thank you all for joining us. And our friend Mega Spidey Man for €5. Good seeing you, buddy. Always appreciate your support. Curious, good film, but frustrating, especially how Brolin and Bardem's stories end. One end for all. What is everyone's favorite Bardem, Brolin, and Jones film and why?
Nice
favorite-
Dune reunion for them.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have a favorite Bardem film, but that's just because it's the James Bond film.
Tommy Lee
Oh.
Jones isn't in Dune,
was
is he?
in
No,
it's not.
Bardem and
No.
Brolin.
Bardem and
okay.
Brolin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I can't think of a favorite Brolin.
He was a
film.
really great James Bond villain.
Oh, he was so good. Yeah,
Just that one monologue is perfect.
Yeah, he was very, very good.
I think it's funny you think about Javier Bardem. I haven't seen him in much. The only other movie that comes to mind is F1, and they're so different, those characters.
Oh yeah.
It's like
he's a great
happy,
actor.
fun, likable. And in this, he's the worst thing in the universe.
I think this is probably Brolin and Bardem's, but their best movies though, like in terms of their performances.
Mhm.
So I would say that this is their best. Tommy Lee Jones, I don't know, fucking
The Fugitive?
Fugitive.
Yeah, exactly.
He's great in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that's a Harrison Ford movie, but he's still great in it though.
Josh Brolin is just awesome. I think
He is.
he's really one of the last like truly masculine, cool guys in Hollywood. Like there hasn't been a point where I haven't been sold watching Josh Brolin. He's just constantly cool all the time. Him and Brad Pitt. I don't.
I remember him
That's kind of
way
it.
back when he was in the TV show Young Riders. That's when I first found out about Josh Brolin.
Mhm.
That was a long, long time ago.
Goonies.
He was just a little kid. Yeah, Goonies. That's right. Yeah, but I didn't like it. I didn't know in my brain who he was at the time when I watched Goonies. But Young Riders was when I noticed him as an actor.
Kind of an odd question. I just wanted to bring this up because we're talking about Josh Brolin though. Would he have been better in Project Hail Mary than Ryan Gosling?
Too old. Maybe when he was younger.
Mm.
Just when I was watching, I thought I would like to see it more serious. I was trying to think who would be the perfect person. This Josh Brolin came to mind.
But the way that Ryan Gosling played him is very accurate to the way he's written in the books. In the book, I mean.
Okay.
I was
I
looking.
definitely can't see Josh Brolin being silly. Like,
No, it'd be
Yeah,
more
no.
serious.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any silly roles, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I was looking at Bardem's films, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that he was in Mother. I remember watching it. That
haven't
was
seen that.
Oh, the horror one, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jennifer
yeah.
So
Lawrence,
did you guys
yeah?
all see it?
I heard
I
that's pretty
haven't,
freaky.
I haven't seen that
Haven't
piece of
seen
shit.
that.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Terrible.
Matt's
Oh,
always
I
very
know,
I know,
It's
I'll
not
hate
good.
it.
It was
Matt
dog
loves
shit.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I don't mind. I think she's a good actress, but
Hmm.
I don't like most of Darren Aronofsky's movies. I don't like his art bullshit.
Well, she's the first female action star, so you know
Of
you have to give her.
That's
a
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
Duh.
true.
No, females did not exist before she came into the room.
Mm-mm.
Nice. There you go, Mega. Thanks for your support, buddy. We appreciate you. Sly Jester. I really wish I could stay up for this one, but my new jobs has me running on empty. Hope y'all enjoy, and I'll catch you on the re-rub.
Stay on. You get a
friendos.
new job.
What's up, Sly? Get a new job. Come on. Gen Z reviews is all that matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-oh. Proctfall, he pointed out 69
Yeah, I know. I
episodes of Gen
almost
Z reviews.
I was gonna say
I almost
something.
said
Yeah,
something.
me too.
Hey, I almost said one for 667, and I didn't. I chose not to.
Good.
You're welcome.
I'm
You're
happy.
welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't. David Gossard, our friend David, cool mask in background, Jackson. Oh, thanks, David. You know somebody knows me in real life when they call me my real name, Jackson. Proctfall, where the hell did all that time go? Feels like that first stream was only a few months ago, and look how far you guys have come.
Mhm.
That's right, Proctfall. You know, you were there from the beginning. That's something I always respect about you, Proctfall. And we appreciate your support. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been over a year. So I'm glad we kept it going. Oh, this is Bobby, or it's you, Matt. I don't know.
what that's is
I'm
that
with Sin.
is that about my take on the film or something
I
else?
think
we
that
said?
I think so.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you were
okay.
upset.
Okay.
Is this Bobby? This must be Bobby.
It must be Bobby.
Okay.
Wow, there's something that me and Bobby might disagree about.
Yeah,
Look at
about
that.
time.
What?
About time.
Okay.
We're gonna break you two up. Profile. Javier plays a pure psychopath, a remorseless killer, and dedicated Dora the Explorer cosplayer. Diabolical. Nice.
Nice.
You know what? Y'all are hating on his hair. That didn't even cross my mind watching.
Oh,
this.
it was terrible.
What?
Terrible.
I'm just like, I don't know. He's a bad guy.
It's
I
almost
was so
comical.
intimidated.
It's terrible, but it is the point.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
behind
Yeah.
the scenes, they talk so much about his haircut.
Let's look at it here. I have it here. I don't know.
That's not a good shot. Like
No. It looks
cool there.
It
All right,
looks
this
more,
one.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
That looks dumb
Well,
right there.
Hard
That's like
Sometimes
that's
it,
a
like,
haircut that you
curls
try and
up
give
under.
yourself. Like I'm gonna do a bob and you just keep
But
cutting.
it's
You should do that,
unsettling.
man.
It's
Yeah.
unsettling on him. You know, that's
I would
why
look
it's
like him.
so effective.
Oh.
He's just such a fucking weirdo, and it just like
Mhm.
Oh
makes
my
it.
gosh, so intense that scene. Oh,
Nice. Well, we might as well get to this because this is what's in the second chapter. So we're introduced to the terrifying villain Anton Chigurh. He enters the story as a relentless, almost mythical force of chaos. After cold-blooded escape from custody, he begins methodically eliminating anyone connected to the missing money, guided by his own strange code and the spin of a coin. Meanwhile, Moss tries to secure the cash, hide it, and protect his wife, Carla Jean, while staying one step ahead. A hidden tracking device in the briefcase soon brings Anton dangerously close, turning ordinary motel rooms and lonely highways into stages for quiet mounting dread. So we got Javier Bardem here. We all respect his performance. I've never heard any bit of criticism for his performance as this monster, right? I mean, nobody has anything bad to say about him. And what we all AI.
I said may I. I said.
Oh, you do? All right, well, start us
I have a
off.
problem. He is the worst employee ever. He
Yes, but
murders.
true.
that's
like,
not his
five-
performance.
I'm just,
His acting
we need to back
performance.
up a second. Why does he kill those two guys that give him the transponder? He's like, oh, thank you. It's like, why?
I think
Why
he killed them because they sent Woody Harrelson after him.
He didn't know
No,
that
not
yet.
not
though.
yet.
He didn't know that. It might be because he just doesn't want to leave anybody alive that he directly deals with.
Those were his.
That's
Those were
what I
guys. They were
think.
all working
That is
together.
Oh wait, are you talking about the guy in the chair at the end?
No,
or are
the
you talking
No,
about
the
no.
cartels.
Oh,
though,
okay, that's who
the
I was
guy
thinking
who
of.
the
Yeah.
guys who gave him the money. I mean, I'm sorry, the transponder.
Yeah,
the
and then he just
transponder.
instantly shoots them both. It's like, whose side are you on here?
He doesn't have a side. It's just all self-preservation.
Mhm.
So it makes him more menacing.
That's a good point. Yeah, that seemed really random. Like, why?
Yeah, then he kills the other guy, the guy from Dodgeball, and that's sitting in his office chair too. It's like, who is this?
I was thinking Office Space.
Oh my
That-
Well, he
God,
killed
that is
him
hilarious.
because Woody Harrelson had been sent after him.
Yeah,
by the
Yeah.
guy.
exactly.
That's why he killed him.
See, I'm not tripping balls. I'm just fast forwarding. There's a lot of all these suit guys kind of blend together. But we have Anton here, and obviously he does horrific things, but there's something like really terrifying and sort of like eerie about his character beyond his actions. What do you think that is? Is he like, does he give off this like sort of force of nature feel? Is he a monster? Is he a man? What do you guys think?
Personification of evil.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, this scene is a perfect example of, so he's talking with this guy, and it takes this guy a bit. I never forgot the scene because it's very effective. The guy knows something is profoundly wrong, but he doesn't know exactly what. He knows he's in danger, but he doesn't know exactly why. And Javier's performance in here, oh my gosh, it was so intense and so intimidating and so scary. And you thought, oh my gosh, is he really going to kill this poor guy? And the guy was being so nice to him, and he didn't care. It was just a matter of flip of the coin. If that coin had been tails, he would have killed the guy. That's why he told him, it's your lucky coin. Just, oh my gosh, that scene. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, it's you don't know if he's going to show mercy or if he's going, but yeah, it's all based on luck. It's all based, maybe in his mind it's kind of up to the other person, even though it's still fate, but they're choosing to play the game. But yeah, it's scary, it's menacing with this guy. It's definitely a showdown between not being able to hear him, but it doesn't mean that he shows any mercy. Which is
It's
interesting.
a game to him.
Yeah,
It's just a game.
just toying with them. And yeah, I love the end. Like Sin said, don't put that in your pocket. Don't put it in the till. Keep it. Make sure you have it because that's your lucky coin. If you put it back, it's just going to be like the rest of the coins.
I like
that
how
was a great line.
It's not that he just asks him to call it. He tells him that he's unable to call it for him. So he just respects it way too much.
Yeah, that's really the only thing he has respect for is chance, right? He respects his own will and chance itself, right? And that's pretty dangerous. You can't be safe pinning him up against any other character because he doesn't respect or value them at all. I also think it's so funny watching this because I've seen just little bits and pieces growing up. And like I said, I've been spoiled on this whole thing, sadly. But, watching him, like sitting down and watching him all the way through, I really get the feeling he's really like Michael Myers. And I think it's like the way they shot him too. We get a lot of shots of his nice boots and his pants, the way he walks. You get a lot of these floor shots. And they really make you anticipate the moments where you get to see his face. And then when you see his face, he might as well be wearing a mask because not only does he have this very strange, deadpan gaze, he also just is totally expressionless, right? And I think that plays off way better here than who we saw with Kevin Spacey in Seven. I know we just talked about Seven a few weeks ago. And he also plays, a psychopath who has he also has evil motives, but they're pretty different. But, both characters are very evil and they're both, expressionless monsters. And I thought with him, he really had this intimidation factor, Javier Bardem, that
Well,
Kevin
yeah,
Spacey just it's
it's like
nowhere near.
they're well. First of all, I mean, it's not necessarily that fair to compare. They're two different psychopaths. They're two different psychopaths. I think that Kevin Spacey, like his whole thing in Seven, is that he's like kind of doing it for show. Like he wants people to study him and like all this, that. He wants to be remembered. Javier Bardem, Anton Chigurh, he can care less about being remembered. That's like not his thing. You know, all he cares about is like his weird, fucked up code that we don't even really fully understand, you know, but yeah, he just lives by his own set of rules, and it just makes him unpredictable, and that's what makes him scary. And like I agree with the whole Michael Myers thing, like even just the way he moves, like he never really runs, you know. Like when he gets to the motel and he takes off his shoes and he's just walking down in his socks. Yeah, he's just fucking psycho. Like it's one of the best performances of all time, and like, you know, it's up there with like Hannibal Lecter in terms of like on-screen psychopaths. But I think that Kevin Spacey is great too in Seven. Again, they're just different. That's all.
That's fair. Sure.
Would you say they're both sides of the same two sides of different coins? I screwed that one up. Never mind.
Well,
You're
it's more
trying to
like
say that.
it's
I
more
tried
like
to-
who would win in like a fight, you know? And I think that Anton
Oh my
Chigurh would win.
God.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Hands
Spacey
down.
has no chance.
Yeah, exactly. So like
Whoa.
everything about him is like, yeah, he's just way more fucking crazy than Kevin Spacey is, and Kevin Spacey is a fucking psychopath, or John
That's a
Doe,
fair
should we
point.
say?
Yeah. So let's talk about this gas station scene. So when Anton stops inside the gas station convenience store, he shares this, you know, strange dialogue.
People that he doesn't have to kill.
Right.
He has to kill to take a vehicle. He has to kill, like, to go after this guy, you know, for the money and everything. These people and the lady at the trailer park, he probably would have pulled out the coin for her too. But he was stopped by the toilet flushing, you know, and then at the end he pulls out the coin for, you know, for the wife. So I think it's just people he doesn't have to kill in the moment, but, you know, he's toying with them because it's just a game.
I think
You
that
know,
trailer
fair.
park scene's like that to me is like where he's like really scary. When he just what is he keeps repeating the same thing over and over. When does he get back or something?
Yeah, where does he work?
Or where does he work?
Something like
Yeah.
that.
He just-
The way
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
with
answering,
that
he
lady.
each time he says it, it's like more threatening the way he says it.
And
Like he's just fucking good.
Yeah, and she slowly starts to realize this guy is dangerous. You can see it on her face. Yeah, it's great scene.
Yeah. I also think, like, you know, you were talking about how he gave, you know, there was sort of a reason why he wanted to give him a chance to some level. I thought something that was interesting about this dialogue too with this gas station guy was that, you know, I don't think many people really intrigue him much. You know, we don't really get any sense of that at all. Even when we get to Woody Harrelson's character, I mean, he really doesn't have any interest in diving deep into who Woody Harrelson's character is at all. But, you know, you have here in this simple little moment, and he's questioning this guy, and he has all these, you know, deeper questions about his history with the gas station. And, you know, he keeps poking him about, you know, how he got the station. And he was kind of disturbed that he got it as a technicality, right? He didn't earn what he received here in owning this gas station. You know, he was
married into
almost,
it.
yeah, he married into it. And I thought that was kind of funny that he focused on that so much. You know, why that of all things?
Yeah, I thought it was odd that this guy that he's never met, just he divulges so much information. Like, what time do you guys close? No, what time do you go to bed? No, where do you live in proximity to where you work? It's just, why would you give this? I mean, I get that it's, you know, in the middle of nowhere, so this guy can talk to a brick wall, but still, at some point, there's got to be some type of self-preservation where it's like, okay, this is too many questions.
Yeah, and
Well,
it's not
he
like
started. Oh,
sorry, go ahead, Sin.
I think he started to realize something was wrong. That's why he said he had to close.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That was it. That was when he really, you could tell that this guy knew. I mean, he could tell he knew it already, but then that's when he got in the trap of, well, what time do you close? That's what started that whole line of questioning because Javier knew that this guy was wanting to close up because he wanted to get rid of him.
But I would stop asking or stop answering the questions at that point. Just don't entertain it any longer, because at this point you're just divulging more and more information.
He
Even
doesn't
if
have
you
any
have
choice.
Yeah.
He's totally helpless, right? I mean, you look at him next to Javier Bardem, and unless
How
he's
does
got a
he not have
shotgun
a gun
under his
underneath
desk.
How does he not have a gun somewhere near him? Come on.
This isn't
He
like
is
a crowded.
Texas.
This isn't a crowded Buc-ee's or something. This is the middle of nowhere.
He
They
sized
don't
him
have
up.
guns?
No,
Okay.
this is Texas in the 80s. He's got a gun for sure, but it doesn't matter. Like he's, Javier Bardem sized the guy up and like knew everything he needed to know. Like he got in the guy's head.
I mean, look how close he is too. He could
That's
easily just
true.
grab him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the guy probably had a gun. Didn't matter though.
That's funny. A crowded Buc-ee's. I have this. So I have this Buc-ee's mug, and I've had it with pride for a long time, and now I'm starting to get crap for it. I couldn't believe it. It's the funniest
Why?
thing.
Why?
Because of everything going on with Buc-ee's, and they're
What's going on with
suing.
Buc-ee's?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Wait,
What's going on
wait,
with
what
Oh, you don't
Buc-ee's?
know?
They're suing people because there's so many places that want to do a beaver. That's what I've been told, that they
Wait,
want to
what?
do a beaver as well. So it's like
Wait,
copyright.
what is
stuff.
Buc-ee's anyway?
Whoa,
How do you not
Sin,
know,
Sin, Sin.
How do you
Yeah.
describe a
How
rainbow
do you
to the
not know what that
blind or
is?
music to the deaf?
What
This
is
is
it? Is it like a
upsetting.
food joint or something? I
Oh
don't
my-
know.
Buddha.
It's like a gas station with amalgamation of like gas station plus like a freaking Walmart, and it has everything. Everything
It's
you'd
a
Oh,
ever
mix
so
want.
of
that
Disney
must-
World
food.
with a Sunoco.
Brisket
That must be a regional
sandwiches.
thing. I've never
is,
heard of
it
it.
is. It's
regional,
Okay,
yeah.
because it's
But they're
not in
expanding.
my area at
They're
all.
expanding though.
It's not in my
It'll
area.
find
I've
you,
never
Sin.
seen it before.
I'm getting
when you say
one-
Buc-ee's, I think the Winter Soldier. So that's
getting
like I had
one-
no idea what you were
Exactly,
talking
exactly.
I'm getting one that's gonna be about 15 minutes away from me in December. I can't
Oh
wait.
wow.
Oh, that's
So-
nice.
Ooh, get excited.
Brisket sandwich.
So what
That's
happened?
good.
What's going
There's
on
gonna be
with
so much
Buc-ee's?
merch.
What are they
They're,
doing?
they
Matt
sued.
Sports.
They're suing a smaller business that has a beaver named Beaver Mart,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
been around before Buc-ee's was around. So yeah, everybody's pissed.
Oh,
but,
that's not
yeah.
cool.
Their mascot is like a beaver. So
Yeah.
Sin. So like I guess other companies they've got beavers as well, and they're being sued. So what, they're getting shit because they're suing people into oblivion right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's not
Like a
okay.
little mart, like nothing. It's not doing anything, and it's been
Aw.
around before Buc-ee's was around, like far before.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty stupid. It'll curious to see how that turns out. But back to the story here. Just one last question about this gas station. So, we see Javier Bardem. He uses this coin trick with quite a few people, and I think this guy's the only guy that's on the lucky side of that equation. I don't think anybody else gets lucky with the coin, to my knowledge.
I think
But
he only used it on one other person.
oh, did he?
right?
Was it only the wife at the end?
Wasn't it him and the wife?
I thought he did it one more time.
I don't remember him.
I think that was because he didn't give Woody a
I think that's
chance.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason why I bring that up is I think it's sort of there's a tell of his character and what he believes with the coin flip. What do you think that is?
I don't know. He kind of reminded me of Joker. With the
Not
whole-
Two-Face?
Yeah, Two-Face. sorry. Yeah, you're right. Two-Face. Yeah, he kind of reminded me of him. That just very simple mentality. Well, it's either this or this, and that's it. There is no in between.
I mean, it's interesting that we don't know his backstory, because it
Yeah.
leaves a lot to the imagination of who he is and what formed him into thinking that way, which is really interesting. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's also nature versus nurture. Like, what is this guy's background? Was he really shunned as a kid? And then maybe he felt like luck was always on his side or wasn't on his side. So that's how he views the world. And either you're lucky or you're not lucky, the haves and have-nots. But yeah, it's just an interesting way of viewing the world and people that are in your way.
That's a great point.
It's really great that we really don't get everything. So, like you said, it is up to our imagination, which means that Hollywood's probably going to make a prequel of this movie.
Oh
Fuck
gosh,
no,
stop!
Yep. Who's going to play him, guys?
I don't see that happening.
No, I don't think the
There hasn't been
McCarthy
any talk of
estate
that
would
at
let them
all.
do that. So
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely pulling at straws. I think you said it there, Megan. I think you pretty much summed it up. You know, I think that would be interesting. I bet the whole coin flip thing comes down to his childhood. Something scarring happened with his dad and the coin flip. Who knows? Maybe it was disciplinary. I mean, it's kind of left up to our imagination, right? I also think it's kind of funny how, you know, the coin is sort of like the only specter of mercy that he has, because he's not going to show mercy to anybody for any other reason unless he employs the coin.
He does at the end, though.
But they're not really, with the kids.
Who?
With the kids.
With kids, yeah.
Well, that's
But
not
the
that's not really mercy necessarily. Like, he's just got to go. Like, already a big.
Yeah,
Does
but
he even
leaving
have a
no
weapon on him
witnesses,
at that
though?
point? I don't think he even has a weapon.
He might
sure.
not.
I think maybe if he had his gun, he'd shoot him or something.
Fine,
What, the little
fine.
kids after he got into the
Yeah.
car accident?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in no position to do anything. He's got his
Yeah.
arm. He's
Well,
got
his
chicken
arm,
wing hanging
the
out there.
bones coming out of his
Fine,
arm.
fine. I relent.
I heard an interesting theory about this movie. It's not accurate, but I thought it was interesting. One was that he wasn't even ever there, and that he was just a dual like personality of Josh Brolin's character. And
Yeah,
there were all
that's-
these things
no.
about like why that could be. But
Is
clearly
that
people who
dog shit,
read
Matt?
people who read the
Yes.
book said no, he's a very real character. This is not accurate at
That's
all.
pretty gay.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, no, he's real.
Yeah.
Because
Something-
also they did the same thing. They both needed clothes from somebody else when they were injured. That like stuff like that, you know, and how you never see them in the same scene together. Like facing each other.
Oh, yeah,
seeing
that's
each
true.
other.
We never
Okay.
get that.
Yeah. So but I think they were reaching.
That's weird. That's a good point. Yeah, we don't really. That
No,
never
we don't.
happens.
No.
That would have been interesting.
They do talk to each other.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Fifth Element. We never see Bruce Willis and Gary Oldman in the same scene.
We don't have to talk about Fifth Element here.
Oh, how did you guys not like that movie?
we don't have
Movie's
to talk
great.
about it. People
Yeah.
they can reference the old stream. This is a good day. We're talking about No Country for Old Men. That's good. It's good. Happy thoughts. But yeah, no hate for that. Just not my thing. You know, something that I thought was kind of funny was Josh Brolin. He is so incredibly effective at evading Anton. And I thought maybe we don't really know much about his background, but I feel like just discounting his experience in Vietnam, I mean, we don't know how extensive that is, but I feel like there has to be a little bit more than just telling us that to justify how prepared and effective he is at evading this, you know, professional serial killer. Because, you know, we see him doing things, and I just don't imagine anybody in the military being put in a position to do and evade the sorts of ways that he does here, you know, especially with when we get to the motel and the way he evades Anton through that. I mean, it's genius, right? It's genius evasion. So I'm kind of wondering, do you think that it's strictly his military past that's to support his strong evasion skills, or is there something else that we're missing?
Even before the military, though, he's probably always been like this is all speculation because we don't know. But I just think he's like one of those guys that he's like an outdoors guy, you know. He just spends a lot of time in his own head thinking about lots of things, and he's just a smart dude.
Mm-hmm. Might
You
be a
know?
combination of the both.
Yeah.
The two things, military and he's very, very smart. So I think it's both.
I'm kinda
Obviously not
surprised-
smart enough, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
surprised he
wasn't
didn't take the
Javier who
cocaine.
caught him. So
I'm surprised he didn't take the money and maybe some cocaine. It's just interesting that he just was about the money itself.
the money.
That would have been
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, his
What's
wife
it?
He
would
could
probably
sell it,
tell
though.
you.
Use it?
He'd have to sell it.
Yeah,
He'd
he'd
have
sell
to.
it.
Maybe he didn't want that sort of direct confrontation with law.
I mean, if I come home with all this money, my wife might not say anything, but if I come home with all this money and drugs, she might have a problem with that.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, there was tons of it. I mean, that's worth more than the money itself, right? I mean, who knows how much all that cocaine worth?
You gotta
Cocaine or
sell
whatever it
and-
was.
Then you got to sell it and stuff like it's like a whole process, I bet.
Yeah.
Joe knows all about that.
I still haven't had a drop of alcohol yet. I don't know anything about drugs.
That's good. Wow,
That's good.
impressive. Impressive. Parktophile, member for 5 months. Hashtag justice for Fifth Element. Thanks, Parktophile.
Represented.
Oh, yeah, Parktophile is right. Film threes can be fun, but they can get pretty
Especially
silly. Pretty
if they haven't read the book. So-
Film theories are retarded. I can't stand that shit. Like
Well,
that's
even
part of
if-
what makes a movie cool. Is like not like I'm okay not knowing. Like I remember when I saw Inception and the way the movie ends, I'm like, oh, that's a cool ending, and that's it. There's no fucking speculation afterwards. Who cares? You know, but like, I have my theory. You know?
Well, it's very clear how it ended. That top was
Hey,
wobbly,
Matt,
so.
some people need to know, okay? Donnie
Yeah,
Darko.
but you, that's just it. You're never going
That's a
to
good
know,
one.
though.
I need to know all
those
those
sorts of
things.
That's a tough one. Donnie Darko, that needs explanation.
Well, look, there are some things that are made where it's like the director's like, yeah, I know actually what happened, but and in that case, sure, like there might be some sort of backstory that you can like figure out, but you're not going to be able like discussing it with your friends. You're not going to figure shit out. So it's stupid.
I feel like there's a few moments in the movie that are left to interpretation, you know, towards the end. And I kind of like that they left it open.
I
And when I
don't
was
mind
reading
talking
about
about
it-
that stuff, but when it
Yeah.
comes to like, no, this is what it is, like that's dumb. Because you're never gonna know.
So, you know, one of the characters that plays there's two characters that play humble but important background characters in the movie. One is Tommy Lee Jones up until the end when he's obviously the prominent character. I always think he's pretty interesting, his role in this, because he's really kind of useless up until the very end.
Well, he's not
And-
really a background character though. There are 3 main characters. He's one of them. You know,
He's
like
one of the looming threats, kind of.
yeah.
I
If
don't
you take him
know.
out
I
of
see him so disconnected to everything happening.
Yes.
I mean, he doesn't really get close to any of the, you know, he doesn't get close to Javier Bardem and he doesn't get close to Josh Brolin.
Well, he kind of is what ties into the whole theme of the movie. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He gives a little bit of exposition as to what the mode of the weapon that's used, as well as how Javier Bardem's character is tracking the cars, which is interesting too. Yeah.
You're right. He does sort of explain the scenes, right? And he's there for the aftermath and he adds value. It's like, that's what happened. You know, this is my diagnosis. It's his analysis so we can better understand what's going on. That's fair. But the other person is Josh Brolin's wife, right? And she's very vulnerable and she's sort of isolated a lot of the time. But, you know, I feel like she plays kind of an important role in this, even though she's sort of in the background. Do you guys feel that's the way? And if so, what is the importance of her character and how does she add tension into the mix?
Well, she's got the sort of standout scene in the movie. She's the one that sort of like stands up to Chigurh's code at the end. You know, like it's sort of like a fearless thing that she does. She knows she's going to die. But she just goes ahead and does it, you know? So she's memorable in that regard, I guess.
Well, like, she's definitely the anchor that's holding Josh Brolin from just running and just, you know, taking the money and never looking back. He has to make sure she's safe too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I loved her character, Carla Jean. She brings so much sweetness, but also innocence to what's going on.
Yeah.
And I love that, just that Southern accent, just saying, what are we supposed to do now? Just, you know, kind of prompting him with questions if he's actually thinking through things ahead. And the fact that she's got his back when it comes to, well, this guy's after him. Well, he knows what to do. He's not stupid, you know? So in a way, she's trying to leverage his ability against a looming threat, which is really interesting. And then at the end, kind of being persuasive to Javier's character at the end, kind of trying to tap into his humanity.
Yeah, definitely. I thought she was very likable. You know, she's probably
Right.
one of the more likable characters here. Great female character, you know, sweet, like you said, endearing. She respects what Josh Brolin says. She doesn't get in the way. She doesn't try to stop him, even though that probably would have been a good thing to do, stop him. But really, there's not exactly any right answer. to dealing with the situation with Brolin. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I thought she was good. And, you know, she's sort of, yeah, she's the vulnerable side of things. You know, something I respect about this movie, I like how vulnerable all the characters are. Even Javier Bardem, you see when he's fixing himself up, cleaning himself up, that he's a human being. Even though he's like barely reacting to anything, you see he's still human. He's flesh and blood. And Josh Brolin's also the same way, and he gets screwed up left and right. And even worse yet, you have the wife, and she's an innocent third party, and she's very vulnerable herself. And Javier Bardem, he has, you know, a bit of mail, and it has all this data related to Josh Brolin and his family. And I'm pretty sure Odessa, where she is now, that whatever address, information, location is listed there, that's really bad. And Josh Brolin doesn't know that yet, but once he finds out, he's pretty pissed.
I find that kind of crazy that kids today don't have that, the printout of all your phone charges and the calls that you made or how much data you've used. It's kind of crazy.
I don't think, I guess it's digital, but no kid is gonna, like, I would never look at that.
I felt old when I saw that. I go, oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Nice. You know, it's funny. You said this was fresh in your mind. You said you saw this 7 years ago. That's not really fresh. I mean, 7 years is a long time.
Well, I mean, as far as like when it first came out, it took a while for me to want to watch it because I don't know. I don't know the reason why. I don't think I was really into more action movies when I was younger, so it took me a while to get into those. And when I saw that one, I always kind of get, I know they're completely different. I know Matt's gonna rag on me, but There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men, I get those mixed up all the time. And I know they came out the same year, different actors, but
the titles are kind of, I know they're different. I see why you know, would confuse them, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I mix up? I
Thank
mix this up with Sicario all the time.
This?
Josh Brolin?
Really?
Yes. I keep thinking, like, that's why I thought I've seen.
No.
I thought maybe I saw this before, but it's Sicario. That's
See, now that's
Josh
stupid.
Brolin in. You're
I was gonna
love
give you some
Sicario.
grace.
Man.
No.
It's a good
Josh
movie.
Brolin. He's in action. It's in the desert.
I prefer this movie to There Will Be Blood, though.
I haven't
I've
seen
never
it, and
seen
I
that
need to
one
see
either.
it.
I don't
That's a good
fucking
one.
like,
It's
I don't
super
like
long.
that movie. I fucking hate that movie.
That has Daniel Day-Lewis, right?
Yeah.
That's probably why. Like there's nothing about him that appeals to me to watch any of his stuff. Yeah. So I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Lincoln. Haven't seen Gangs of New York.
He's good in the movie, and like everyone's good in the movie, but it's just, God, like pretentious bullshit.
Yeah.
So.
My gosh. You're hard to please, man.
I like this movie.
No,
so.
okay, good. This is a happy day. Very good.
Oh.
Papa
okay.
Pumpkin. Carla Jean isn't as strong in her resistance to sugar in the book. She's far younger and far more terrified before he kills
That's
her.
true.
Yikes.
That is one of the changes.
Well, we don't know if he kills her. We have to
yes,
surmise it.
No, he killed her.
He checked his
she's
shoe
dead.
when he was leaving. I mean, there was blood
To make
on
sure
it.
there was no blood on it.
Yeah.
From when he killed her.
Dirk Diggler, 1960.
It's one of my
Watch
favorite
Boogie
movies,
Nights.
dude.
It's
One of my
great.
favorite movies.
Never saw it.
Oh man, if you
I
work
think
on
they're
a,
playing that at a local showing somewhere.
have you never seen it,
No.
dude? Like you got to, like if you work on a film set, you just say one quote from that movie, everyone will just start reciting the whole movie. That movie is fantastic. It is one of the best movies ever made.
Dang.
And it's the same director as There Will Be Blood, and that's his
Oh.
best film.
Oh, we
Boogie
lost
Nights.
Jackson.
He kicked himself out of the
He's
studio.
gone.
Well, guys, it's our time to take over the stream.
All right.
Nobody can
Here we
end it though.
go.
That's the problem.
Goes on forever. Oh.
What?
Whoa, man.
I accidentally clicked a button on my mouse.
That's
What?
It's
okay.
Luke.
Is
It's Luke's
everyone
working it
still
from home.
here? That wasn't Luke. Can you hear me? Are we good?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can hear
we
you.
can
Okay,
hear you.
good. Sorry about that. Freaked me out. I thought I shut the stream down. I'm like, no. Papa Pumpkin. There Will Be Blood is a masterpiece. I'm about to slap a fool. Oh,
Why?
what a great
Why?
year. You have There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men in the same year.
What year did History of Violence come out? That's something else I've not seen that
I think that came out
Oh,
2005.
that's a banger.
2005. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. For some reason, I never got around to watching it.
That's another movie that most women don't like, but men seem to like
I have.
more.
I
2005.
feel like I would
Disagree.
like that one though.
Oh, my
is that
wife
with
loves
Viggo
that
Mortensen?
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that one. That one's a good one.
yeah. I think I would like it. I just haven't taken the time to watch it.
Damn, that staircase scene. My wife said that was the hottest scene she's ever seen.
The cheerleader scene. Yeah.
No, before that.
Oh, that's before. That's right. That's where he just. That's like where he goes down or on the stairs, huh? Right. I can't remember.
So,
Yeah.
Sin, you're gonna love that movie.
Oh, probably not those
don't-
parts. I won't.
I know.
Wait, real quick. I have to ask Sin and Megan both.
What's up?
What do you guys like the movie Unbreakable?
Yeah, I've only watched it a couple times.
Wait a second. Remind me.
It's the
Bruce
Bruce Willis,
Bruce
the M. Night
Willis,
Shyamalan movie.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not huge into those stories of him. It's all right.
I
yeah,
really like
I
M.
like
Night
it okay.
Shyamalan.
Okay, it's like there will be. I mean, there will be blood.
History of
No,
Violence.
No Country for Old Men and Unbreakable. Like women just don't like those movies. It seems like so.
Oh,
Okay.
I like Unbreakable. Okay, I didn't like this because I think it's because I felt like justice didn't happen. Like this piece of absolute shit walked away. That's and of course what happened to Josh. So that angers me. I don't like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, Matt, keep mentioning movies that I'm gonna hate, and I'm pretty much gonna love them.
Those are the two that seriously like those are the. Oh, but all of if I think of something else. I'll ask.
Okay, all right. I love The Big Lebowski too. One of my favorite movies.
Oh,
I've never
wow.
seen
I don't
that.
really like that movie.
Interesting choice.
I'm just kidding. I like it.
Okay, good.
All right, here.
I was
Let's.
gonna exit myself out.
That would be a weird one to talk about, Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I could see us talking about it.
I mean,
have
there's
He's
some-
in Arizona.
there's some
is my favorite
inappropriate
of theirs.
That's my
scenes.
favorite.
Oh, I know. I
That's a good
remember. So I have Josh Brolin up here real quick before we move to the next chapter. What is it like with his character here? You know, I mentioned earlier how I respect like this actor, Josh Brolin, just a very masculine, cool guy. How does he give off sort of this masculine energy in this movie? What about him? What
Stoicism.
moments do we have that make him just express pure masculinity?
Mustache.
Stoicism. And the mustache. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls it off very well, and he's just always in command. He's always in control of everything. His emotions are always in check, and he just has a plan for literally everything. Like the tent pole scene, where like he gets a shotgun, he immediately goes to sawing it off to make it a wider burst. Like he knew everything that he had to do in preparation for this.
He never loses his shit ever.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Somehow
agreed
he
with
doesn't
what everyone
freak
says.
out. Yeah, he doesn't freak out at all.
Even that
though
scene where like
everything's
this
against him.
scene right here that you got when the dog is chasing him.
Ooh, yeah, that scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
That-
Instantly
that was-
unloads the gun, blows into it, cleans
Yes.
it all off. Yeah.
It's good, and like he's like that's him panicking, you know.
Yeah, but he still had it together. Like it was like
Yes.
his muscle memory, what to do in a situation under extreme duress, because he was in the war. That's probably why he was that type of person.
One of my favorite scenes where he's kind of under duress, and not full duress, but where he has to kind of maybe more of a little bit of a stressful situation where he's trying to get out of Mexico. I love it where he's talking to the patrol officer in the booth. Oh, that is so good. And for me, it harkened back to The Big Lebowski with him wearing a robe. But he knows what to say. He knows what to do. Like it's perfect. It's so good.
One of the rare humorous moments of this movie is when he has to get across the border.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, then even when he wakes up with the mariachi band playing over him, and he's just
so
like,
gosh.
yeah.
Hospital, por favor.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, it'd be weird seeing him in a funny film. I don't know. He could maybe play it off.
Yeah,
It
he does.
depends.
Yeah,
he
can
could do
it.
some comedic. I mean, in the Deadpool movie, he was kind of comedic.
Yeah,
His
he's great in
character
that.
wasn't funny, but he had comedic moments.
You know, with him too, he just has this voice, this like strong, just respectable voice where you hear that and you just listen. It's very commanding,
Sounds
right?
like Thanos, you know.
Yeah. you hear Thanos and you listen to Thanos.
Have you watched
I haven't
his?
seen. Oh, go ahead.
He was on Joe Rogan, like I think last year, recommend checking that out. It was an interesting
Yeah, it
discussion.
was a good interview.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Agreed.
Okay.
Mentioned he was an alcoholic, right, or something like that.
I haven't seen a lot of Coen movies.
Remember.
I don't know what's going on with my microphone. Sorry, I haven't seen a lot of Coen Brother movies, but I feel like this and The Big Lebowski, and Raising Arizona kind of have that like little dark humor. I haven't seen Fargo or any of the other movies. The Coen Brothers, do they kind of have that as a through line?
They do. Like, I mean, like earlier it was said, I think Sin might have said it, where this, forgive me if I'm misquoting, but like this doesn't really feel like a Coen Brothers movie.
Yeah.
And I kind of disagree with that. Like, I understand why you're saying that, because like tonally it's different, but the way it's executed is still very much a Coen Brothers movie. And it's like, you might not think that like they would be the right people to handle this material, but they actually are. They're perfect for it. Like their sensibilities are perfect for this.
So we're talking about the Coen brothers, not the Wachowski brothers.
Yes, not the Wachowski
Brothers.
Oh, I've been waiting to say that. Oh gosh, that's good. So Josh Brolin, he was like one of the kids in the Goonies.
Yes.
He's
he was the older teen.
he's the older
like
brother,
teen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he wore like a. Didn't he wear like?
He's Sean Astin's
Van
older
Hender,
brother.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Lebowski was so good that people made a new religion, Judaism. That's saying a lot. Sin, part of the point of this movie is justice doesn't always happen in
I
this
know that.
world.
I know that, but I still like it to happen in my in the stories that I consume.
Well, and like, and I always, that's the point of the story, and I get that, but it still sucks when he dies, when Brolin.
Oh yeah,
It,
exactly.
like no matter what, like it blows, and I know it's the point, but it's still
Yeah.
retarded.
Well,
It's like
yeah,
it
still
loses
because
steam.
you're really rooting for this guy, and they do build up the fact that maybe there's going to be this confrontation, and maybe he'll be able to outsmart his opponent again. But no, drug people just get him at the hotel.
You don't even see it happen.
I know.
You know, like,
Are they even drug people? He was
Yeah,
just
there's
hitting on
the
that
cartel.
woman.
They were the drug people. They caught up with him. Yeah, the cartel. So it wasn't even Javier's character who killed him.
Yeah,
So.
that's sad. Here, we'll move on to the next chapter here. And sadly, he is in a much worse state of affairs, as you see in this picture. So the pursuit intensifies across dusty towns, roadside motels, and empty highways. Moss is wounded in a fierce exchange at a much finer establishment and forced deeper into hiding, improvising with limited resources while the net tightens. A polished professional hitman named Carson Wells appears, who is Woody Harrelson's character, offering Moss a deal and presenting a more conventional kind of threat. Although skilled, he is quickly caught off guard by Anton and killed right on the spot. Moss tosses the money and crosses the border. We don't get very much time with Woody Harrelson in this, but I thought he definitely had a very standout sort of appearance. We'll get to him here shortly. But you know something I respect about this movie is, you know, when you're watching it, you get really swept up in the madness and the thrill of what's going on, even in the silent moments, right? And you kind of forget that there's no score. Right, there is no score. There's no music. It's either silent. It's either silent, or it's these like intense moments are complemented by sort of area-related sound effects. And I'm kind of wondering how you guys think those play into this, because I felt like watching this. I enjoyed that it was quiet. I think that's risky because I don't think you're always able to showcase how intense a situation is through silence, but this movie does it excellently. And you have these moments where it's just simple things, like you hear an exit sign buzzing, you hear just a light bulb flickering and the flickering sound. What do you think these sorts of things added to the movie where music might not have?
I think that it's usually music is there, and I love film music. I love it, but it's there to like immerse you into the story more. But this movie has more immersion without music. It's weird. It brings you into it without the music. You're just it almost like, first of all, when you hear film music, the first thing in your mind, like it subconsciously, you're watching a movie because there's the music in the background. So you eliminate that, and it just feels real now, or more real, because there's not some score going on in the background. you know. And then you're hearing all the locations in the beginning when he's hunting. You just hear sort of like the, and then like you said, the exit sign buzzing, like all that stuff. It makes you feel like you're really there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that there was a score, honestly, because I was so immersed in what was going on.
I could tell that there wasn't. It didn't need it. Sometimes when a score is happening in a pretty intense scene, it feels like you're being a little manipulated because I think I would have felt manipulated because I was already very tense watching this. We did not need the score to tell us to be, to be anxious about what was happening. So I think it was a very smart choice.
Right. Could have worked with music, sure, but I think it's the right choice they went with. Like I love the fact that there's no music in it. I think it's great.
How come
I was thinking of the score for Citizen Vigilante. That would have been hilarious.
How come a lot of other movies don't take this approach too without a score? Because it does make it, like you said, it brings you into the situation. It's a lot more intense. It's not showy for no reason. So
because it's not you can't just like absent score, it's going to make it feel like that. It also has to be the filmmaking too that brings you into it. And like not everyone can pull that off. Like the Coen Brothers really are geniuses. Like they're good. And not everyone could do that. So oftentimes you need the score. Like the score helps. But when you're like geniuses, that you're a master of filmmaking like the Coens, you don't need it. Especially for this movie.
Yeah, I feel like scores sort of make up for a lot of, lackluster performances or inexperienced, artists in film, right? I mean, that's pretty special that they're able to like capture a lot of these really intense moments and have them not be awkward, because I feel like without a score, you really run the risk of, a lot of these moments being either like cringe, like they're trying too hard, or just awkward because there's no, they're not portraying the sense of urgency or intensity that that the character is meant to be chowing.
Yeah.
So
I also want to mention in this whole sequence, Brolin gets injured, and then so does Chigurh. And that's obviously cool when Chigurh goes to the store and creates the distraction by blowing up the car and then takes the meds that he needs and leaves. But I love in movies when they have like the self-surgery scenes, where a character gets like fucked up and they've got to like fix themselves. And this movie has like one of the best self-surgery scenes.
Oh gosh, it's so awful. Yeah, that one really stands out. That was hard to watch. Normally, I can stomach it just fine, but that was a tough one. Yeah, it's weird how you see how crazy he is too, because I mean, he just doesn't react to what he's doing at all, and you see, I mean, he's really cutting himself up, and oof.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And Rambo 3. Rambo 3 has a good self-surgery scene. So if you've never seen Rambo 3, go watch it.
He's definitely done this before too. It's like one of those things that he even hesitate where he's like, "Oh, I'm shot. Let me blow this car up, steal the medicine," and he knows exactly what to do.
Yeah. So, we're kind of talking about like some standout moments. I thought, out of the whole movie altogether, I thought one of the better action set pieces happens at the higher quality hotel, not the motel, but the hotel.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
the shootout,
so
it's great.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think this shootout and this entire action set piece? What made it feel special and stand out amongst the rest of the film?
I have questions.
Here, I got a picture for it too. There you go.
It's just highly realistic, and like again, you're following Brolin, and you're kind of like in his mindset, and you're like when he's going about things the way he's going about it, you're kind of like, oh yeah, like this fucking guy's smart. And again, there's like an action scene, no music to like intensify what's going on screen. It's just the camera work and the editing and the pacing. And and I love when he how does he outsmart him, Javier Bardem, because he shoots him. What does he fucking do? I can't remember, but like that, there's the moment where he like comes out behind the car, Brolin does, and takes his shot at at Javier Bardem, and that's
He
what
dips.
ultimately,
Yeah.
huh?
Doesn't Bardem? He just dips, doesn't he?
Yeah, he dives out of the way. But like I feel like there was like because there's that moment like right before Brolin stands out. It's like he comes out of hiding and he starts shooting at him. Oh fuck, I can't
Did he
remember.
look
what
at
it
him
was.
in a reflection, or did he
Yeah,
make
it's something
a
like that.
noise?
It's something like that, I
He
think.
saw. Wait, are you talking about when he shot through the door at him?
No. This is when they're down in the street,
Oh.
where they set like
Because you
ultimately
never
when they
really get to
separate.
see where he's at.
Oh, her
Where he's
internet.
coming at. So yeah, I remember.
Sound like a
Poor
robot.
Megan.
Megan.
Yeah.
She
Can't-
must be in a tornado.
But wait, we skipped over the motel scene where he was walking with his shoes off and he shot those two guys. Who were those people that he just gunned down? Javier Bardem.
Those were so you know what was happening there? Those were cartel guys that were trying to get Josh.
How
Josh
are these
Brolin.
cartels constantly there?
I know. It's weird. You see that they're
Yeah, 'cause
actually more advanced than you think.
Yes, it's like
yeah.
Imagine if it was just like a regular family that was in there.
That was insane.
Yeah, he like just popped it. He didn't even know who was in there. He
That was a
Yeah, they
brutal
don't
scene.
show how they're doing that. I mean, they show how Javier manages to sort of figure out where he is, but they don't really show how the drug people do. And I wish they had done that. Because
And-
do
Yeah,
they
how
even
are they
know what
tracking
he
him?
looks like? You know, maybe they could go around and ask, have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Whatever. Do they even know what he looks like?
But are they on his side? Are those Javi? Are they all work for the
They're
same?
working on their own.
But
I
they're
think
not working
Javier
with the
wants
same
that
group?
money.
I don't know if he wants the money or he just wants to accomplish what he was hired to do, track this guy down and take care of him.
But he killed the people that hired him.
I know because he kills everyone he's coming into contact with.
Well,
Maybe he
worse.
doesn't.
Why the hell would
Almost,
you want to do their
almost
work
everyone.
if they're dead?
Maybe he doesn't care.
That is literally insane. You kill the people that hired you, and you don't want the money, and you still
So
do
who
the
would want
job
to hire
anyway.
him in the future,
Yeah.
right?
You
If he's got this
can't-
reputation of killing his employer.
He doesn't have a reputation because no one could tell you he's so bad at these things.
He's
He
got a
has no
reputation. Obviously,
references.
they know who he is because they brought him in.
What
I could be
brings him
wrong.
joy at the end of the day?
I mean, Woody Harrelson knew all about him. They know what he is.
Did Stephen Root, the Office Space and Dodgeball guy, did he?
No, we didn't, Megan. Sorry, you just went really robot-y.
I can't remember if he like double crossed those guys and had Anton kill those guys for him. I can't remember. It's been a while since usually I'll watch these movies before we do these, but like I've seen this movie so many times, but I can't remember those little details.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know, I thought this entire sequence here was amazing. One of my
great.
favorite moments is seen right here. Josh Brolin, he's waiting anxiously for something to happen, and at first he puts his ear down to the floor right by the door, and he starts to hear like footsteps coming, but it's very faint. It's not like very loud. So then he prepares. He sits down in the bed, and he has his shotgun. And at first he's, just holding it up against the door like that, aiming it at the door, and the light's on. He turns the light off. And then, he realizes, oh crap, he has to pull back the, what do you call that? The lever on the back of the shotgun. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What is that called?
Yes,
I can't remember, but he has to do it. He has to do that or else he can't shoot. And while he does that, it makes a noise. And it's like, crap, he actually had the upper hand for a second. And he looks down and he sees Javier Bardem's feet on the floor. And once he hears that noise, he walks away. And it's like, okay, this is interesting. And there's it's insinuated that there's light in the hallway, obviously, because this is
He sees
an
his
active
feet.
hotel. Yes. Yeah. And then you hear this and then the light comes off. He unscrews the light bulb.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
how amazing is
they're
that?
both very, very smart. There are some things about this movie, though, that I can't really suspend my disbelief about. I really call into question that Javier could have heard him cock the gun from the other side of the door.
I don't even know. I don't even know if he ever if that's what it is, because he comes
Okay.
back. You know, I just think that like he just knows for sure that Brolin is in there. That's it. Like, and I think that he assumed he, you know, because he saw the light go out.
He probably got the information from that guy down in the lobby, what room he's in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the gun thing is like more for the audience. We're like, oh shit, did he hear that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know for sure if that's what it is. It might be, but you know, it's not like he hears that sound and like runs away. Like he's still standing there and he just slowly walks away.
Nice road of life.
Definitely a really awesome scene of just showing tension, just showing not telling everything.
Yeah, I never forgot this scene from the first time.
I didn't realize that he unscrewed the light bulb. I thought he just put like a towel in front of the light for the door.
I loved that effect.
No,
that was
he
so
removed
good.
the light. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And you know what I thought was also really sad? And this just shows you, this was just kind of like one of those multi-layered moments where there is a world surrounding these events. It's not just these characters. You know, clearly we have moments where, you know, somebody, you know, we had a couple of hotel people get hurt before, you know, at the motel. And you see a couple other external parties, innocent people get killed along the way, mostly just individually by Javier Bardem's character. But we get a sad moment here when Josh Brolin is trying to get away and the guy in the truck drives up and he lets him in and he says, he assures him, hey, I'm not going to hurt you, man. Can you just drive? And he's like, okay, cool. And he gets shot in the throat. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
well, it also just shows like, you know, based on the decision that he made early on in the movie to take the money, like there's all this collateral from that.
Yep.
You know,
a lot of innocent people get killed because of him.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because he's a little unfazed by this. Like we don't at least see him react particularly
he keeps his cool.
strongly.
He keeps his cool.
Yeah. And
He's
he
a
wouldn't
very
have kept this cool
guy.
if he didn't have, I think, his experience in Vietnam, right? I mean,
I
that
think,
had to have
so.
prepared him.
Yeah, he probably saw some shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about another character that's very interesting, Woody Harrelson's character. He shows up here. He has a very charismatic way about him, and he stands out. Something I thought that was kind of interesting about him right off the bat was he was able to find Josh Brolin immediately, and he had all this information, and he knew about Anton. I mean, this is all pretty special. You know, he was more successful than Anton was at tracking Josh Brolin. So you knew this guy was the real deal. But, you know, eventually he does get outmatched. But at the end of the day, you know, he plays a very strange role. He's this guy that knows a lot of things. He's very different than Anton. And then he just kind of dies. And really, he doesn't offer much. Like, he doesn't really change the story too much. He just kind of comes and goes. So what do you think Carson Wells represents in contrast to Anton? And why do you think the story even bothers introducing him?
I think go ahead.
I was gonna say just another little layer of some of the backstory that we wouldn't get if it was just told through Josh Brolin's eyes. We had to get his character in there so we can tell us a little bit more about Sugar.
Yep. He was an exposition piece.
But you also see that like Woody Harrelson's character is like him and Chigurh do the same thing. You know, they're both professionals, but like he's like a genuine professional, whereas Anton Chigurh is like a fucking psycho. So you even in that field of work, you see the differences between the two kinds of men, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I love and
Poor Megan. Oh gosh. These thunderstorms have been terrible. They're all over the place.
Sorry, Megan.
Oh gosh, Megan the robot. Maybe she's driving through a tunnel. A Texan tunnel.
Sure.
Maybe
at her studio,
she's about to get
driving
out of the
through a tunnel.
Yeah.
I think I expected more from Woody Harrelson's character. It's a little surprising that he went down so easily. He's smart, So you think he would have been? Maybe he just didn't even entertain the thought that Javier was going to come after him. Maybe that's
Well, as soon
why
as he
let
sees
it-
him on the steps, he just knows he's fucked. He
He
knows
knows,
he's dead.
but it's like it never entered his mind that maybe he needs to be careful, and
Right.
maybe he just assumed it wasn't going to happen.
I don't like how he just accepted it like that.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I
he
mean,
knew.
it's just, he's there with a gun, but it's still like, I'm not just gonna just take a seat, go into the room here, and just do nothing.
In this world, that's
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny, him and Anton. It's funny. It's weird even looking at his character here because I don't get the sense that he's a hitman at all, right? I mean, what about him screams hitman? But he is. At first, I thought he was a cop, or a DEA agent because I remember them referencing a DEA agent at some point. But no, that's not him. I mean, he doesn't give off any demeanor that he's a killer of any sorts, but he is. I mean, he's a hitman.
He's
Kind of hard to
polished.
believe. Yeah, super weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was pretty fun though. I don't have all that much experience with Woody Harrelson. I've seen him in this. I've seen him in Now You See Me. Gosh, what
Oh
else?
man, that's not a good way to start off your
What else?
From
What are some other big movies?
Semi-
You need
Hunger, Hunger Games.
Okay, I know
Kingpin.
Hunger
Pretty big
Games. I know him in
one.
Hunger Games. yeah.
Kingpin, one of the best comedies ever
Kingpin
made.
is fantastic. That movie is great. Yes,
Okay.
that movie's hysterical, and he's really good in it. He's in The People versus Larry Flint. He was really good in that.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
If you want to see, like, in my opinion, his best performance is True Detective.
Oh yes.
And like Matthew
Yes.
McConaughey gets all the accolades for that show, and he's really good in it. Don't get me wrong, but Woody Harrelson he's like excellent on that show and does not
Yeah.
get the credit he deserves. He's when you watch that, you're like, this guy is seriously an amazing actor.
I'm
He got
going to
his-
date myself, but the first time, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
super.
Okay. Oh, finally. But I can say, like, the first time I remember seeing him date me is watching Cheers.
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 Yeah.
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 Man, he must have been super young in that.
He was.
He got the
Yeah.
role because the bartender died in real life, and then they replaced him with it, right?
I don't even know. Maybe
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
he plays kind of a
I never
dumbass on that show too.
watched it.
Nice.
Didn't he play in White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah,
Ian-
and that's
Ian brought
also
it
a
up.
good movie. Yeah.
A movie that they recently remade.
Let's see, where's he?
What?
No one
Yes.
saw that shit because
It was-
They
fuck that.
did?
White guys can
Yep.
jump. Okay. Someone say True Detective. He's in True Detective, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Season 1.
Season 1, best season.
Yeah.
Psh.
It's got stuff in it.
Oh, that's no good.
Well, you
That's
watch stuff
no
on
good.
VidAngel.
It's good.
Don't you watch stuff on VidAngel?
Yeah. All right. We'll stream
Okay,
it. We'll
you
run through
can
there.
you can fast forward. It's good. It's very
Honestly,
good.
it's like one of the best shows ever made. Season 1. Everything else is
It's
dog shit
excellent.
afterwards.
Isn't
You
that
love
crazy?
you love the latest season, right, Matt?
I loved it. Yeah, the ending was great with all those.
You talking about the one with Jodie Foster? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Box office, have you seen the
Have I seen True Detective? Is that what you
No,
said?
those seven?
Oh no,
I can't hear you,
Megan.
Megan.
Oh, Megan the robot. Maybe Megan became a battle droid or something while she's in
Aw.
Texas. I don't know. Trying to make sense of it all. Or she's still driving through that tunnel. One of those two. Gosh. Yeah. Well, something about this whole situation is, you have Moss, first of all. I don't like Moss as a name. Like, we're just saying Josh Brolin. Like, I was reading about him, and a lot of people refer to him as Moss. It's like, I'm not calling Josh Brolin Moss. Like, that just doesn't work. But I'm kind of wondering, past this point when he is in this bit of shape, and he sort of escapes towards the end. He loses again to Javier Bardem. He goes through that terrible ordeal where he is ambushed in the hotel and he gets shot and he has to cross the border. do you guys think he really has a chance at getting Anton? Does he really, like, what is his plan past this? Is he even able to evade him anymore beyond this point? What do you think he's thinking?
I think his plan is evasion completely. I mean, he will stand up and try to fight when it happens, but I think he just really wants to get away.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah. I had a problem with some of this stuff, you guys, when Woody Harrelson just magically sees where the briefcase is.
Yes,
I
he just
didn't
shows
like
up. It's
that.
like, oh, this is where it's at. And he knows where he's at. He finds him in the hospital too.
Couldn't really buy the whole briefcase thing.
That
I mean,
was crazy.
I could buy the whole hospital thing. You know, maybe just asking around, hey, does this gringo show up? But just magically seeing the briefcase, man, wish that had been left out.
Yeah, how did he think that he would be there? Unless there was like traces of blood, or I mean, maybe the hospital was really close to this. Maybe it was very close.
Well, maybe he also, well, sometimes when people want to evade, they try to run south of the border.
Sounds
So
familiar.
I could see that that's kind of what he anticipated might happen.
Yeah, maybe so. I was just kind of curious to see like what he could do beyond this point. I mean, do you think that he could get the upper hand on Anton? Because everything just wasn't going his way, and every time it just seems like he loses a little something.
I mean, he's mortal still. I mean, obviously Anton is well skilled and stuff like that, but we've seen that he can easily bleed and get bested at some points.
Yeah, he shot him.
And
Yeah.
Anton wasn't as severely wounded, so Josh is in a weakened state. Yeah. But he didn't even have a chance to get the upper hand because the freaking drug people took him out. But you don't even think about the ones that were going to be.
I don't even know that the drug. I'm not down what you're saying,
It
but it's like we
was.
don't even like see any build up to them following
You
him.
don't.
They're just
That's
there.
well, you do see that they are trying to find out where the wife is going to be meeting him when they went and talked to the mother-in-law. So you know that they're trying to track him, but you don't see much beyond that. And it just like Josh just being killed and we don't see it happen, we don't really see more of the pursuit by them. Maybe that was just for the shock factor because you're led to think there's going to be this showdown between him and Javier, and it didn't happen. And I didn't like that.
I did not know those cartels people were talking to the mother-in-law. I thought
Yeah,
that was just
that was the guy that came up and picked up the suitcase. They were the cartel people.
I thought they were just like, hey, a white person in Mexico. Maybe we
Nope.
can, swindle
No,
them out of money. Wow.
It seemed pretty clear right before they approached them that they were the drug people.
Yeah, Gord King, he did follow a blood trail to the
Oh, did he?
briefcase.
Is that what
it looked cool?
Okay, I
Maybe this
forgot
is a
about that
book.
part.
This might be a book detail.
No, I think it is. I
remember
think
seeing
it is
any
in the movie. Like,
Okay.
for whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gord King, the
Yeah,
cartel's
but
not just
how
there. The
would-
movie
how
literally
would
tells
he
you
know
they have it
that
electronically, too.
blood trail meant that he tossed it over?
Well,
I guess he would just think about it, right?
Woody
Like, what would
Harrelson's
a
like
guy
also
do
a
in
really
that
smart guy
situation?
too, and like he's just retracing his steps most likely, and like he's putting himself
Yeah.
in his. I understand why you feel that way. I get it, like, but I don't know. To me, that was never. I never felt like that was far fetched to me. Like I just like all these guys are really smart people, and really good at putting themselves in each other's shoes. And like, all right, well, if he crossed the border, like, what would he do? What would I do in this situation? I don't know. It's never really bothered me, I guess.
Maybe also taking into consideration, this gringo walking around injured with a briefcase, and maybe people might steal his briefcase because,
You're right. Well, and if
Mexico.
he gets caught by the border security and like he's got the money on him.
Yeah, true.
I meant to ask this before. This was something I didn't really catch, and I'm kind of wondering what you guys thought. Javier Bardem, he spends a little time talking with Carson, which is this character, before he kills him. And I think it's like it's particularly devious how he kills him. It's like perfect timing. The phone rings, it's loud, and he just sits on it for a second and he shoots him. And the loud phone just perfectly silences and buffers the the sound of his shotgun.
I don't think that's what was happening, because he's got the silencer on the shotgun.
Yeah.
And I know suppressors don't really, you can still hear a gunshot in.
No, you don't think that was part of
real
it?
life, but in a movie, it still is. It's supposed to be silent.
Super loud.
And the silencer was,
like when he goes in and kills the
dampen it.
cartel guys in the motel, it has that like silencer sound effect. The implication is that no one else could hear the shots. Like the phone ringing was just strictly for the audience to like make you go, oh shit. and then that second goes by and then just fucking blasts him anyways. He would have blasted him even if the phone didn't go off. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. All right. Well, I thought maybe it was sort of a mask. I thought that was part of it. But the reason why I'm bringing that question up, it not even anything to do with that. That was just a side note. What were we supposed to take from this short dialogue between them? Like, are we supposed to see that, there's no reasoning with Anton? Is that sort of the message, that these two similar forces are very different at the end of the day? They don't share any loyalty.
Yeah, just a little bit more depth to the character.
And also, I think Anton was pissed that they sent a hitman after him to try to interfere with what he was doing.
I think Anton knew who he was too, didn't he?
But they know each other.
He did. They know each other. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I wonder what their experience together could have been. That would be interesting. Huh.
Lovers in a prequel.
Yeah, maybe they loved each other. That's a good idea.
Don't give them ideas.
I like that. Gosh. One more question before I have two more questions, but what about Tommy Lee Jones here? So at this point, Tommy Lee Jones, he's sort of like, a bit inconsequential. Do you think there's a way that they could have intermingled him more into the drama of what's actually happening that could have made him a little more interesting and made him a little more involved? Do you think that should have happened, or was it fine the way they did it, where he's sort of picking up the pieces and adding exposition?
This is one of those things where they could have, should they have? I don't know. That's not what the story is, though. That's not what the book is. That's not the point of it. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter how we feel at the end of the day. Like if I had my way, I would want this to play out like a conventional movie. I want to see the showdown between Anton and Moss, but we never get that. So, it's playing against all the conventions. The book plays up against book conventions, and the movie plays against movie conventions, basically. So, him just kind of being Tommy Lee Jones, just kind of like his character being where he is. That's just part of the story, I guess. And again, like I was saying earlier, it kind of just, he's there because it's like the whole thematic idea of the movie, like No Country for Old Men. He's old. He doesn't understand the world that he's in now.
Wouldn't that be interesting though, if he was like part of the action at some point, when that, like, to further solidify that concept?
Yeah, it would have been great. It would have been great.
It would have
squared off against all that stuff. Would have been awesome,
Well, doesn't he go to the motel and then he looks at the the grate that's been moved by the coins, and isn't like Javier in the next room or something?
No,
Okay.
like that's No? Sorry, go ahead, Sin.
I don't think he was really there. I think that was his imagination, that this danger was there, and I think he steps into the room to push past his fear, because he's afraid. He's out of his element. I don't think he would have survived long in any sort of showdown.
No. Yeah, this really is out of his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably more used to doing just like, local.
Yeah,
local
exactly. 'Cause
crimes.
it's just simple little town. Nothing much happens, I was a little confused about the grate. Does that mean Javier took the money, or the drug people took the money because they figured out where it was hidden? What was? I really didn't get that part.
I don't know if it was taken or I don't know what, but the idea is that he saw that the man that he's been looking for searched it. At least Anton Chigurh like looked there,
Okay.
regardless. I don't know if he took the money or not. I always assumed that he did.
Okay.
But I don't know.
It just never showed it like other
You're
things.
talking
they
about
didn't
when Josh
show.
Brolin died?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
he goes
and he
to
saw the. Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes back later to the crime scene and he sees it's open and the quarters on the floor.
Okay, I got you. One more quick question, unrelated, about Anton. I think something that plays into sort of his iconic nature is, and also his like the horror villain of his character. What makes him a horror villain? Obviously, how he acts, what he does, and how he does it, and how horrifyingly it's portrayed. It's like so many great things. But another thing I feel that plays into it really well is the weapons he uses. Right? You have his shotgun with the suppressor. It's a very, it's a really strange weapon. And then you also have this bolt gun device where it's sort of like a cattle prod and it's kind of inhumane. How do you think this plays into creating this horror character? What value do these strange tools bring? And what's interesting about them in the story of what it is itself?
It's very unique, and I bet it has something to do with his past. It's just something you would not expect at all, and I think he's used it many times before.
Yeah, it's unique, it's effective, and it enables him to get close without maybe people being suspicious because it's not a gun, it's not a knife. Maybe they don't know exactly what it is. So.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's not a threatening device at all.
Yeah. No,
it looks like
doesn't seem to
something
be.
that an old person needs for oxygen.
Or like maybe inflating a tire or something. An air machine pressure, whatever the hell they use to do that, those portable things.
I feel like something that kind of stands out to me with like that, the weapon he's using right there is, they explain in the movie the purpose of it, right? And what it's actually for. It's for killing, cattle. And it's obviously it's inhumane, like to people. And it's sort of like it's a device that's very utility. There's not really any show in it. It's all about getting the job done as quickly and efficiently as possible. And it's for animals. It's for pigs. It's for cows. It's very farm. It's very barn. And I feel like the fact that he's using this to silence people along the way just kind of adds a whole other concept of where he believes he is as a person. This isn't like a gun. This is sort of a totally different tool that I think dehumanizes people even further. Like people are sheep, they're cows.
They're just cattle.
And they're just totally expendable by using this device.
But also, it's very quick. It's a very quick killing device.
Yeah.
It's over and done. That's it.
Yeah,
And
there's not like
as far as
torture to it.
inhumane, I mean, it's inhumane to kill, right? But it's not something that makes them suffer. They're just gone.
Yeah, maybe not inhumane is the right word. Just not inhumane, but like it feels like it's another level of like disrespect for humanity.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I get from it. Probably because of what it's related to, because it's for cows and pigs, which are lower than humans. Yeah. And that just perfectly adds to like his character and what he does and the evil of him and how he just fully embodies that even with these strange weapons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, before we go to the next chapter, let's say hello to the chat. We got lots of good questions here. So let's see. Kyle had a question somewhere. Let me put this picture down. Kyle Corwith, question for the panel. Did No Country deserve the Best Picture Oscar over David Fincher's masterpiece, Zodiac?
That's tough. That's really tough.
Another movie that they decide, let's just end it right here.
No, I don't know, Kyle. I've never seen Zodiac.
Zodiac is fantastic.
Didn't they make
That's a
two
hard one.
Zodiac movies
You
at the
like that
exact
one,
same
Matt?
time?
Say what?
Didn't they make two Zodiac movies that came out around the same time?
They
Oh,
might have. I
I
don't,
don't
now that
know.
you say
They've
that, I kind
made-
of remember something.
Yeah.
Various Zodiac movies, so I don't really remember that one. So I don't know.
But yeah, Zodiac was the superior film, no matter what. Like that movie, that's like that could be Fincher's best movie. Actually, it's good.
Man, crap.
It is very good. Yeah.
I still have your Fincher movies on my list, Matt, and I have your name written next to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Which one's
Mulholland Boulevard was that?
Oh, no, that's David Lynch.
Oh,
Lynch.
Lynch. I
Oh,
get them mixed up all
no.
the time.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive, dude. You got to watch that.
Fincher. Wait, Fincher. What did he do? So he did Zodiac.
He did 7, and he did-
7. Okay.
Didn't he do
David
The
Lynch.
Killer with Michael Fassbender? Is that
He
Fincher?
did. Yeah,
Okay.
that's like.
Oh, and didn't
don't
he
even
do,
really count that
d-
one.
Did he wait? Did he do Prisoners, or is that
No, that's-
Ooh, that's a
That's
good one.
Denny-
Denny.
Denny? Okay.
Denis
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Fincher also did The Game. His first movie was Alien 3.
That's wait, that's Fincher or Lynch?
Fincher.
Okay, that's how I know Fincher. Oh, that
Well,
was.
he disowns that movie, so
I need to wash my mouth out after watching that.
that's not really his fault though. So
Okay. All right. I'll try to remember that in my life. Let's see. Papa Pumpkin, Gord King. The Cartel have the same electronic tracker
yes.
Chigurh has. The movie says it. They also
Yes.
question Carla Jean's mom without her realizing she's giving away Moss's location.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is true.
But he
Yeah.
got rid of the tracker. But yes, they did track him down because of intercepting the mother-in-law.
He also says we also got Hot Fuzz in 2007, which is the best R-rated comedy ever made.
You know, I need to see that movie again, and I know I'm in the minority, but I saw it once and I did not like it when I saw it. So
Yeah, it was okay. Shaun
Oh,
of
I
the Dead
loved
was
it.
better.
I like Shaun of the Dead. That's a good
I like
one.
Shaun of the Dead much
That
better.
one's fun.
Yeah.
than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear Hot Fuzz. I've heard that name so many times. Ian Morrison, good seeing you,
Hey.
Ian. What's
What's
going
up,
on,
man?
guys? Good seeing you, Ian. What's up, Ian? Let's see. Oh, Megan. She's in the chat now. I was trying to say Seven Psychopaths. Have you
Oh.
seen it, Brawler? No.
Oh, that's a
no.
good one. I enjoyed that. That is a dark comedy too.
Dang.
Gary Oldman is so good in that.
Oh, yeah. It's a dark comedy.
No, I'm sorry, Christopher Walken. He's so
Okay.
good in that. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's good.
It's a comedy.
It's a dark comedy.
Okay.
Kind of similar-ish in the vein to the weird humor in here, even though it's very dark.
Okay.
So
Cool. Nice. Let's see here. Josh Brolin was in True Grit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like the villain in True Grit.
Oh,
True Grit's great too.
forgot he was in that one.
That's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Vex 69. Nice. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for noticing. Wilkie's here. What's up, Wilkie? It's always
up,
a
man?
pleasure having Wilkie in the chat. Wilkie's a member. We appreciate your membership, Wilkie, as always. Let's see here. Megan has a question for the panel. Do you guys think Wells could have saved Llewelyn from Bardem's character? Wells did say if Llewelyn gave Wells the money, he can call off Bardem's character.
No, I don't think
no.
he could have called him off.
Mm.
No.
Not at that point. No.
Mm-mm.
Who's
Impossible.
Wells?
Woody Harrelson.
Okay, he's Wells. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Carson Wells could have saved Llewelyn from Bardem's character. Wells did say, man, there's so many names. I like to I try to just refer to these people as the actor names.
The actor's
because I
name,
get
yeah,
them all
exactly.
mixed up.
Yeah, I do the
Bardem,
same thing.
yeah, you got Bardem, Llewelyn. Somehow Josh Brolin's name is Llewelyn.
Llewellyn.
Like,
What a name.
no.
Didn't seem
And then
like a
I wrote
Llewellyn.
it differently so I could remember it better. I have in my notes LOU space Ellen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it hurts
Phonetically.
my brain just looking at that question. Thanks, Megan. Let's see. Gorkin says Chigurh returns the money in the book to the businessman who is behind it in the first place. Oh wow, he definitely didn't do that in this. Nope.
Okay.
Their conversation is one part from the book I wish they hadn't left out.
Between the guy who paid him to get the money back,
The businessman.
the businessman.
Okay, yeah.
Did he kill him afterwards?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Man. Pop Pumpkin, the cattle prod is a tool with multiple uses, but also demonstrates what he thinks of people. They're like cattle to be slaughtered. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And Gord King says Fincher did The Social Network, Fight Club, Gone Girl, and Girl with the Dragon Tattoo as
I
well.
like the girl with the dragon tattoo. I really enjoyed that adaptation.
No, I don't know that one.
It's got stuff in it, but
Got gross stuff in it.
Good,
that's
good to
code
know.
word for we know what.
Yeah. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Definitely add that to my list.
The
Terrible movie to
original-
watch on a date.
Yeah, the original trilogy from what, Sweden? I think.
Yeah, Swedish.
With Noomi Rapace, however you say her name. That was really, really good. But I also like the American adaptation. The takes on those two characters were different in various subtle ways, but I really
I like Noomi better, but I like the style of the Fincher movie better than the
Noomi
Swedish
was
movies.
more badass and more self-assured. And what's her face? I can't remember her name. The girl who played
Rooney
her-
Mara, whatever.
Yeah,
Or no.
Mara.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Is that-
Rooney. She has a sister, but it's Rooney Mara.
Kate Mara is-
She
yeah.
played her as a little bit more less
Autistic.
self-assured and very kind of on the spectrum.
Mhm.
Very different. She did good.
Interesting.
Oh, Mindhunter. Is that the one with William Peterson in it?
No. You're thinking of fucking I can't think of the name. Wait, yes, that is Mindhunter. No.
Yeah. Right?
Well, she's talking about the show on Netflix though.
Oh, the
Mindhunter.
show. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
not the
okay.
movie.
I don't know that
Okay.
one.
Manhunter. Manhunter.
Manhunter.
is the-
Manhunter. Yes. And that's one of the
Hannibal Lecter
Lecter movies.
Mm.
Like the first Hannibal Lecter
Where,
movie.
yeah, where Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter.
Yes,
Wow.
that's right.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, and the guy who plays the killer in there, he died not too
Tom
terribly
Noonan.
long ago. He played in Last Action
RoboCop
Hero.
and RoboCop 2.
I forgot he was in RoboCop too.
He's the bad guy in
Wow.
RoboCop.
What's this
2.
guy's name?
Tom Noonan, did you say? He's
Tom
very
Noonan, okay.
distinct. He also played Frankenstein in the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Tom Noonan. I'm gonna have to look him up. We just watched Last Action Hero a while ago, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, he
mind.
plays the Ripper. The
Oh.
Yes, yeah,
yeah.
the Ripper.
He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he was horrifying in that.
I think he was also in Hell on Wheels.
I didn't
I
watch
thought
that
he
show.
played in that too. He's very unique, sort of presence and character.
Fincher has an impressive filmography. Shame it all goes downhill with The Killer. Oh,
I mean, isn't The Killer like his last movie that he did?
I
So
thought The Killer wasn't too bad.
I
enjoyed
didn't
that,
like it.
alright.
I was really disappointed. He also did Panic Room, which I love.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too. That was my introduction to Jared Leto.
And his most underrated movie is The Game with Michael
Douglas.
That movie's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta show us that.
I hate
You know what
this so
that means.
much.
You know what that means. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's get to this next chapter here. So chapter 4 of 5. Consequences hit hard and without mercy. After killing Carson Wells, Chigurh offers Moss a final deal over the phone, return the money, and Carla Jean, his wife, lives. Moss refuses. Soon after, it is presumed that the Mexican cartel members ambush and kill Moss in a motel room. Chigurh next has his sights set on fulfilling his word, which is yet to be seen. And that's a very strange segment for the next chapter as well.
Why
Can
is
you
it
guys
presumed?
remember? Well, okay. I feel
It
like it's
was them.
presumed. I don't know.
Them.
Well, was it
shows
them or
running
was it?
away? It shows them running away from the scene.
But
in
the
car.
lock was shot out.
No, because that's he
came
goes
back.
back later on.
Yeah. He
Okay,
can't-
the lock wasn't shot out before.
No,
No.
You don't think so?
the
It
cartel did it
doesn't show
100%.
that. Yeah, it was the cartel. That was them leaving the scene in a hurry.
I wasn't sure if this was another one of those moments where, they intermingled.
No,
No.
Mm.
Okay, so it was
Because
definitely
he
just
would have
the
killed the
cartel.
cartel men.
Yeah.
Sugar would have killed the cartel.
Why
people.
did Moss refuse and just lie? Like, hey, I'll give you the money. I'll meet you at this place, and then go get his wife.
He's not stupid. I mean, I don't think any trick would work against him. I think he knows that too.
And maybe he just didn't. He just wanted to push back. You know, it was in his nature not to back down, and lying would have kind of felt like it was backing down. Maybe he wanted to face up against him and kill him.
Yeah. Well, this is a sad picture, right? And I'm kind of wondering, do you guys remember the first time you watched this movie?
I remember distinctly.
I do.
So
and
how
it pissed
shocking was
me
this?
off.
Like,
I was so angry. I was watching it with a friend of mine. We both were so pissed. We just yelled.
Can't you be sad? It's sad. Why
No,
not be
I-
sad?
yeah.
Frustrating. than
Absolutely sad, but pissed and frustrating at how it played out, because it was just so like anti the norm.
Well, it happens
I didn't appreciate
off screen. Like you don't even see it happen.
you don't
You
see
know,
it.
like you don't. Like it had already been lame as it is that the cartel is the one that gets him.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks.
True.
Yeah.
But they don't even show it on top of all of that. I remember
Mhm.
when they showed this shot in the movie, I didn't even know what was going on in the movie at first. I was like,
Yep.
wait, is that What?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, did Brolin just fucking eat it? And then
Yep.
when then they, Tommy Lee Jones tells his wife and she cries, and obviously shit. But like, this was a massive kick in the balls. I saw this theatrically, and I was so pissed off.
Wow.
I
Oh,
was
I
so
didn't.
pissed off.
How old were you when you saw this in the theater?
Let me do the math.
Were you my age?
This was a subversion of expectation, but not in a good way for me.
Not in a good way at all. It's annoying. I was
Man.
26 when this came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what, Matt? Being for real, I thought you were in your early 30s.
Everyone says that.
Hey, that's good. That's good. I don't know. Maybe because I was spoiled, it didn't like make me that mad, but I was all right with it.
Well,
I
if
thought
you
it
knew
was
going
nice.
into it, then
That's
yeah.
because
yeah.
you knew. You were prepared.
I like being shocked. I like major shockers in movies.
No, The Departed was a
Mm.
shocking ending. We at least got to see how that played out. This was
Yes.
just dies kind of off
Yeah.
screen, and
Felt robbed.
yeah,
It's like the
cartels that are
movies-
kind of there the whole time, but they're
It's-
not.
It's trying to piss you off. Like it is. Like there's just there's no going
Or
around it.
maybe
Like,
he just didn't know how to write the showdown, and so he took a cop out.
Oh, Papa Pumpkin says if
See-
the subversion doesn't happen, the entire theme is completely undermined.
I
he's
don't know.
right. Like he's right about that. Like that's one of those things that you come to terms with, especially as you get older. Like I appreciate this movie. I loved the movie when it came out. Like as much as this pissed me off, I still loved it. But as I get older and like I like kind of think about the themes of the movie. Yes, like I completely agree with what was his name? Pumpkin something. That guy.
Papa Pumpkin.
Yeah, he's completely right about that 100%.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it had to happen.
I never liked it. I never appreciated it. I never will.
It is
Feel
kind of
very
sad that
angry
it is
about it.
unceremonious. You know, he's a hero. He's a real hero in this, and then out of nowhere he dies off screen. You know, that's.
Well, he's just your protagonist. You're following him, you like him, and then it's seemingly like it's building to this showdown between the two men, and it just never happens.
Well, here's another question about that. So, do you think maybe, I guess you can comment considering the circumstance that he dies anyway, but do you think he should have just given himself up and abided by Anton's commands to meet him? In turn, his wife would be safe, but his life would be forfeit. Do you think he should have done that, or should he have just stuck with his guns and tried to defend himself like he sort of did here?
I think
Could
he
have
should have.
lied.
I think he should have stuck to his guns.
Yeah.
He didn't know that the cartel was going to take him out. Like that was just not
Well, and he also had no guarantee that his wife would really be spared.
that too. Yeah, like why would he believe him? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to believe that. Does he lie? I don't think he really lies, though.
No, he doesn't. But he doesn't know that.
If he
though.
said that,
he doesn't know that though.
True. Yeah, there's no reason for him to believe that. I'm glad he stuck with his guns. I mean, that would be kind of a sad exit for the character, just, going to your own execution like that. But
It would have felt out of character for him.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a stubborn guy. And that's part of why we like him, because he's stubborn.
So Megan brings up a part of the scene here. I love the pool scene and the dialogue about beer. And what's happening here is so right before he dies, he's at another motel he's staying at where he dies here. But right before that, there's some girl tanning or something, and she starts flirting with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells her he's got a wife, blah, 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 and that he's not interested. But it kind of like, I sort of wondered about that. I was wondering if maybe he cheated on her and this could have been her
I don't
room.
know.
You didn't get that sense at all?
Mm-mm.
No.
Was she dead
Really?
in the
I
pool?
thought-
Yeah,
was that her that was
she
dead?
was dead, and they
She
killed her
was dead in the
because I
pool.
think he
Okay.
was there, maybe still talking to her when they came along. That's why they killed her,
Yes, exactly.
because she would have been an eyewitness.
I think this plays out differently in the book, and I can't remember exactly, but the scenario is a little different. I just remember that being different from how they do it.
Okay.
I read
thought
the book
maybe he
after I saw
cheated
the
on her
movie.
for a second.
He was totally going to cheat on her.
You think so?
No.
100%.
Oh crap!
No.
What?
People
No.
don't just
No.
make conversation with women in bikinis.
No. I don't
was
I don't
odd.
think so. I mean, he said something about I know where beer leads, and then it didn't show anymore. And no, because you said he was totally going to. Well,
I think he was. I mean,
no,
it seemed
I don't
like
think
it.
so. I just don't think so, because I think if he had been over there on the pool side with her, they would have gotten him over there. But he was able to run to his room, so no, I don't think he was going to. He was probably flattered, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think so. They lead you to sort of think it might be a possibility when the conversation is starting, but then he shows the ring right away. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Some
like that
women,
about his
that's
character.
catnip to some women. So
It can be catnip to some men too.
yeah.
Let me
Oh,
tell
here.
you.
So, Pop Pumpkin. In the book, Moss picks
Yeah.
up a young hitchhiker. She's in the hotel and dies, but Moss never at all cheated and made a point to say he'd stay faithful, but Carla Jean doesn't know he stayed faithful. Oh, weird.
Oh.
And then Megan says, you know what beer leads to? Yeah, more beer. That was weird. Megan really liked that scene for some reason. Trevor Moore. What's up, Trevor? I've got to watch this again. I've got
Wow.
almost 700 movies at home. It's one of my
Wow.
top 20. Show us your movies, Trevor. Show us your movies. Movie picks, please. Gosh. Okay, well that's good to hear. I'm glad. I'm with you, Joe. I thought there was some sort of insinuation that he was going to cheat.
Mhm.
But I guess that was her body that was floating in the pool. I wasn't sure if
It
that was somebody
was.
else.
It was.
It
Okay.
was her body. Yeah.
Okay. Once he dies, Llewelyn, Josh Brolin, how did his absence affect your investment in the rest of the film? Was there anything left to root for at that point?
No, no, not at all.
What do you mean? The story of Tommy Lee Jones talking to his
Oh.
who's that? His dad, the older person.
No, just,
No. It was
Who was that
someone,
guy?
A previous
An old buddy.
sheriff, right?
yeah,
Oh.
Or something. Previous cop.
So wow, nothing, huh? That's it.
No.
No, and
You
no,
just
and-
lost
Yeah.
interest in the movie.
I mean, you're totally invested in him and what's going on with him. He's
Man.
gone. What's the point? And then I didn't even think about the possibility that something might happen to his wife. So of course, when that moment happened, it's like, oh, what's going on? But yeah, I was just well, it's over. He's gone. It's over.
Yeah.
I immediately hop on the wagon where I want to see Tommy Lee Jones avenge our hero. I want to see him pick it up. And although he's old, he is an old war horse.
Nope,
He's
didn't
been
have it in him.
there. He's seen a lot, and he's going to give it his all. Maybe he dies in the process, but I'm ready. I wanted to see him pick up the mantle and
Yes.
finish his job and retire in peace, knowing that he gave it his all.
Yes, that would have. It didn't really make sense to have Tommy Lee Jones in this movie if we weren't going to get that.
Well,
Yeah.
because that wasn't really the point of his character. The point of his character was to show that he was out of his element. The world was a much different place than he was used to, and he wasn't prepared to deal with it, and that's why he retired. So I don't think he ever would have. I mean, actually, I really wanted to see the Javier get killed. I was so happy when the car wreck happened. I thought for sure, and then he just walked away, and I was like,
Well, the car wreck is very random too. Just
Yep.
happens out of nowhere.
Yeah.
"Yep."
Oh gosh, yeah, it's a sad moment here. I think we pretty much exhausted that scene though, so I'm glad. I like that we talked about it. I learned some things there. That's always great. Gord King, you be nice. 700. Those are rookie numbers.
I mean, they kind of are.
Oh, shut up, lol. I have to pay off my debt before I get any more. Show us your DVDs, Gord King. Show us your DVDs.
Trevor Moore, are we talking like, what are they? Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays? What do you have?
They're all 4K Blu-ray steelbooks.
They're all burned
Wow.
on this blank.
They're all burned. He burned them himself. Oh gosh, that's funny. Okay, Gord King says the old man Bell is talking to is his uncle.
Oh, is it his uncle? Okay, I totally missed.
Ed
that.
Tom is the old man. This
Ed
is No
Toward,
Country
yeah.
for. Okay, nice, cool, great. Well, and Trevor says the vast majority is Blu-ray. Man, I gotta raid your shelves, bro. I want those Blu-rays.
Rookie.
Do you have a big physical media collection?
Oh yeah, dude.
Man, you gotta show us that sometime.
Um,
You should do a video on that. That'd be fun.
Would
hang on a
be.
second.
A lot of people like that. Is that why you went the camera silent so you can eat?
Here, let me put
What?
him up. Whoa!
What's going on?
Crap!
Oh.
Oh my gosh, those are beautiful.
Okay, so is that it?
Wow.
Is
There's another
that
room
all your
somewhere with them.
physical, or do you have more?
I have
Yeah.
I have more than that. Got some of
Oh,
them.
okay.
Man.
Okay. I have a shit ton too, all over here, and I have a bunch of digital. as well.
Dang. Man, that makes
But
my mouth
I don't
water
know that I
looking
have
at that.
700.
That is
I
so
have,
cool.
I have almost 1,500. And out of those, 1,000 of them are 4Ks.
What? Damn. Wow. That's some life's work right
Yeah, I
there.
don't do 4K yet.
That's cool. I remember you telling us that, Sin. I remember that.
That I don't do 4K.
Yeah,
'cause I don't have
yeah.
a player.
It's expensive. I mean, they're not
It
cheap.
isn't. I don't
They're
care.
like $30.
Really? Yeah, I
No.
don't care. I'm fine with.
I don't
Blu-ray.
know, $25 to $30.
You just gotta get them on
They-
sale.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
can
and
get
on
them.
sale they're $18.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Sometimes if you
10
buy
bucks.
the 4K Blu-ray combo, I'll get that if it's
Yeah.
decently priced, but
Oh,
I don't use
Gord King says Blu-ray is better than 4K. You are tripping balls.
not.
How is that possible? It's impossible.
Well,
Sometimes
it's not impossible. Like there are some cases where that's true, but like not that many.
is
Man.
4K a more sturdy medium than Blu-ray? Because I know Blu-rays are
sturdy?
Yeah, because sometimes I've heard that. I've heard that Blu-rays more durable, less prone to easily getting damaged.
Same
by-
durability.
Same. Okay.
Well,
All right.
Man, I love your collection, Matt. I'm trying to build that myself. It's taking a while. You gotta let me know where you get your 4Ks. I mean, $10. I'll do $10.
Well, so if you go to Blu-ray.com,
Okay, yeah.
like on the front page, on the main page, there's like Blu-ray sales every day. It'll show you what's on sale, and then you just wait. That's what I never buy them full price ever, unless they're like a boutique label and they're like limited. Then I'll get those full price. But studio releases, I always wait till they're on sale.
Man, all right, cool. Here we're gonna get to the final chapter. Oh, why did it? Let me get him out of there. There we go. Tommy Lee Jones, the final chapter, guys. So chapter 5, and it's kind of a sad conclusion. And this is something different, people. I am doing something I've never done on a stream before, and this shows you that there was some level of incredible impact in the final lines. I am going to read from the script exactly what Tommy Lee Jones says about
Okay.
his dreams.
Can you read it in his accent?
I tried doing it earlier. I can't do his accent. I can't. So I'm just going to read it.
Can
I
you do
did
the
try.
line about the green hair and bones in their noses?
Let me
love
find that
moment.
one. I'll add that one to the
I
list.
love that
Yeah.
moment. I was thinking, that sounds a lot like
That's
today.
nothing. That's nothing. Tommy Lee Jones. It's worse than that now. Sorry. 20 years later, it's way worse. You thought that was bad. Oh gosh. But we'll get to the script passage later, so stay tuned, people. But in this last chapter, Anton tracks down Carla Jean, who is Josh Brolin's wife. She is now widowed, and mercilessly gives her the coin toss choice. With focus solely shifted towards Sheriff Bell, which is Tommy Lee Jones, he surveys the bloody aftermath, realizing how completely the old rules of justice have failed. After the final killings, Anton suffers a bloody, unexpected car crash and vanishes back into the world freely. Sheriff Bell retires, visiting the last crime scenes and admitting he was never matched to the new breed of evil, which is kind of a sad way to close the tale. And I'm real excited to read that, get into that. Well, we're going to wait a little bit till we get there. So what do you guys think about this? I think this is one of the bigger moments that was left up for interpretation. Did Anton kill Josh Brolin's wife? Or
Yes.
did she survive?
Yes.
No, he
Yes.
killed her.
She double
He
dead.
killed her.
What makes you think that?
He checked his. Well, the big giveaway is he checked his boots for blood. Blood.
Oh, he
residue.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he came out, he
Okay.
looked at both of the soles of his boots.
Okay. Well, that's pretty genius. That's a little subtle clue. I missed that.
Well, when he killed Woody Harrelson as well, he picked his shoes up so they wouldn't get blood on them. So I figured that was kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there you go. That also pissed me off. I hate it. I just hated his character so much. I started to get a little bit tired and annoyed with his character because he seemed to just know perfectly how to do every single thing to track down Josh Brolin, and I was so invested in seeing him die, and it didn't happen.
Yeah. We didn't get what we wanted, did we?
No.
No. That's how 7 was. The guy wins. Kevin Spacey
That's why I
wins.
cannot stand the end of 7. Hey,
Man,
like
two of
the
these.
an ending like that can really disrupt an entire movie for me. I can recognize it's well made, but then my thought of it is just nothing but negative because of the ending.
Yeah, but the ending to 7 stays with you though.
It does, it's just like the ending of this because there was no justice and the bad guy got away, and I hate that. I hate bad guys.
Do you think this was something that I thought was a small note? And maybe we touched on it earlier. I think we lightly did. And it's like so obscure. This is actually one of the more obscure questions I've asked on a stream. Did, what's her name? Jean, I forget her name. The wife. Did her
Jean.
mom, she had cancer. She played a small role in this. And you get the funny moment where the cartel guy comes up to her and starts asking questions.
Mhm.
We hear that she lost her mom. Did the cartel members kill her mom, or did she just die of cancer?
No, I think she died of cancer.
Must have died.
You
Yeah.
think so?
Yeah.
The cartel, that would have been kind of ruthless if the cartel got the mom.
Yeah.
Or maybe, well, I guess she would have known if Javier Bardem was the one that killed her. Yeah, it would be more of a dramatic reveal if somebody killed the mom.
Yeah.
I think so.
You knew she was going to die, and it happened, and
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fair.
that
I
seemed,
thought
didn't
that was
she
kinda...
mention something about the money and her mom at the end too? Didn't she say something about that? That
I don't remember.
whatever money she had was like all used up or something like that, which
Gord,
to
the
me kind of underscored it.
Gord, the cartel were there constantly and everywhere. They knew everything the entire time.
Of course, she died of cancer. When would the cartel have gone
Well,
there?
yes,
Well, we don't know the
but-
time.
They're in
I
the
don't know the
same
timing.
hotel.
Their motivation was just to get the money back. They weren't necessarily intent on going after every single person associated with Brolin's character. They just wanted the money. It was freaking Javier who was the psychopath on a crazy mission. Hey,
Okay.
Caveat.
Yeah. Oh, Caveat. What's up, Caveat? Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's interesting. Of course, you know, watching it for the first time, I can't pick up every little thing. I try,
Oh yeah,
and I
of
rewind.
course.
But you know, that's part of the
There's a lot
panel
to it.
discussion. Part of the panel discussion. Megan, here real quick before we get to some of my more discussion questions. Another question for the panel: do you guys like the weapon Anton used? When I saw it for the first time, I thought it was so cool. Oh
Yep,
yeah,
I never forgot it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's
was
Very
awesome.
unique.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that a little earlier. Thanks, Megan. So let's get back to Tommy Lee Jones here for a minute in the end, because you know the focus is now on him now that Josh Brolin's dead, and there's not really much action that happens with Tommy Lee Jones. And really, I hate to say it, a lot of his stuff here is forgettable because I literally don't remember what he does. I remember there's the crime scene, and then I remember seeing him at his homestead. And that's it. I really don't remember any other sequences with him.
He goes in the
So,
hotel room at the end.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And Javier Bardem, it kind of looks like he's in there, but he's not.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we supposed to take away from our final sequences here with the sheriff? I mean, what point does his character play in ending this story?
I feel like it's kind of just a commentary on how the world is changing and becoming scarier, and he's sort of like our eyes to seeing this being a reality.
I feel like part of it too is, you know, we sort of end in a note where it's sort of reflective. You know, he's not part of the action and he is now officially retired here in the end.
Mhm.
And he's sort of sitting back and just kind of considering everything that's happened. And it's you know, you also watch him in this whole story. He's been sort of a, you know, a morally incorrupt character. Everybody has sort of done things that have impacted the safety of others, or maybe chosen a not so correct path based on, you know, different ideas of how successful they could be choosing a different path. And with him, you know, he was purely justice based, and he wanted the best for anybody, any innocent party involved. So you kind of have him in the end looking back and being sort of the man with the clean slate, and you see that, you know, this being this kind of way doesn't fare with how evil people have become compared to, you know, what he's used to.
But it is kind of strange how he just retires kind of in the middle of this really chaotic case. Like, that's why I like the ending of the movie Logan where he dies, because I feel like heroes, they don't really get to retire. And his character just literally said in the middle of this whole thing of, okay, I'm done here. And he knew he was outmatched, and that was it.
I think it was after everything was all over, he retired. There was no more that he could do.
Well, I guess he can't go after Anton, but, you know, just...
Yeah.
I don't
This
know.
was
There really was no
this
ending
was
for
the
him.
nail in the coffin for him. So,
Yeah. It's kind of sad, you know. This just feels like something. I don't blame an old man for this. I think it's kind of funny because I've heard old people, and, you know, people you're related to, old people, you know, they always say the same thing, right? Oh, these kids now. Oh, these kids are so bad.
it
We're
does
screwed.
feel that way. You
But-
wait till you
Well,
get to be an old
Well, it's like this is
person.
the way it's been forever, right? Don't
I
all
know, it
old
is
people think
true.
the young people are
It is
awful?
true, but it also does feel very true that things are in decline
Sure,
and
no,
feel like
yeah.
they happen generation to generation. So,
Yeah. Hey, trust me, I don't like this generation either. But Gen Z, I don't think Gen Z is all that bad. Not the later end. I think people, like within a 3 years distance. Oh, it's Matt. What's that face for? You got a problem with us?
oh, you're
We can't hear
muted.
you, Matt.
Muted.
Probably better he's muted. Before the slander.
I said you guys kind of suck,
Oh,
but,
sorry. Got it.
but not you though, not
Okay.
you.
I mean,
All right.
yes, there's some
I'm all right. Thanks.
shining lights in the midst of all the poop, but yeah.
I don't know many people my age that think too far off from the way I do, movies related and like values in film and Hollywood. a lot of people I know are kind of like this. I'm really not that special. I think there's a lot more people like me, but they don't do YouTube, so that kind of helps.
Maybe, but it's just I feel like we see the worst of it on the news and on social media.
Well, you know what the worst part of it is?
Doesn't help.
TikTok. It's TikTok.
Oh,
I
gosh,
hate
yeah.
TikTok.
And also hearing about polls about the way,
Mm.
the younger generation thinks about things that just, and like how many more people are just completely cool with various forms of Marxism.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
very strong indicator of how back-asswards
Oh,
people have become.
gosh. Why do you guys think that the film ended in kind of a bleak, sad nature like this? Like, why do that? What was the point?
Because that's
'Cause
how
it's
he
real
writes
life.
his. Yes, and
Yep.
that's how he writes
Mm.
his books. His books are downers. I know that much. I haven't read them, but I've seen movies that his books are based on, and they're downers. That's why I'm not crazy about
Okay.
reading them.
Yeah, that's it. It's just sadly that's the way the world
It's
is.
true.
You don't get dramatic
Yeah.
music or
Yeah.
a happy ending. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's kind of the route this story was going down too. I mean, that's sort of that's the message. It's a sad message. Out with the old, in with the new, and the new is worse than the old.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
And that is the case most of the time. Well, I think it's time. I'm going to try to read this. I haven't read this before, so this is my first time reading it all the way through. So excuse me if I'm a little choppy. So I want to read what happens here in the end with Tommy Lee Jones. I did not think that this was going to leave such an impression on me. I did not think that was going to happen. And when I listened to it the first time, I wasn't listening that deep. And then afterwards, it kind of hit me. So then I rewinded and I listened again. And it just caught my attention. It really intrigued me. So what happens here is Tommy Lee Jones, he's retired and he's living a peaceful life with his wife on his some sort of homestead, like a barn, ranch house. And he talks about 2 dreams he had of his dad. And they really just stood out to me. And they almost moved me. And it's sort of sad seeing Tommy Lee Jones say these sorts of things too, considering all of the terrible events that have unfolded up to this point, and he has these 2 dreams to tell. And this is what he says. So I'm just going to read it word for word. So talking to his wife, he says he has 2 of them. Both had my father. It's peculiar. I'm older now and he ever was by 20 years. So in a sense, he's the younger man. Anyway, first one, I don't remember so well, but it was about me and him in town somewheres, and he gives me some money and I think I lost it. The second one, it was like we was both back in older times, and I was on horseback going through the mountains of night. We cut to night and snow. It is the image. Oh, my bad. Going through his pass in the mountains. It was cold and snowing, hard riding, hard country. He rode past me and kept on going. Never said nothing going by. He just rode on past, and he had his blanket wrapped around him and his head down. The rider passes as described. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry about that. Let me reread that last part. He just rode on past, and he had his blanket wrapped around him and his head down. And when he rode past, I seen he was carrying fire in a horn, the way people used to do. And I could see the horn from the light inside it, about the color of the moon. And in the dream, I knew that he was going on ahead, and that he was fixing to make a fire somewhere out there in all that dark and all that cold. And I knew that whenever I got there, he would be there, out there up ahead. And that's it. It's so funny. And it's sort of suggesting, his dad, what he's pretty much saying there is his dad died when he's younger than where he is at this point. And, his dad, I imagine, is like some sort of protective figure in his life, probably was the reason he became, a sheriff. And he goes on ahead. They're both riding horseback, and it's a dark valley right in front of them. And there's not really much hope. It's sort of a scary sight. And his dad goes ahead of him, and he has that light. And I think it's supposed to sort of insinuate that, he's sort of a guiding light in his life, and that, the future might be dark, but in this world and this thought, his dad's there, and the old ways still ring true. And there's sort of a bit of comfort and protection there. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the way he said it, or just the way to end on such a somber, sad note like that. That is just an inch of kind of compelling optimism. But it just really stood out to me. What did you guys make of the final dreams he was speaking about?
I got nothing to add to what you said. I think you summarized it
Yeah.
perfectly. I don't think I could have put it into words as good as you did.
Well, I'm glad that didn't sound like gobbledygook because
No, it
sometimes I
absolutely
don't know.
didn't.
I mean, a
Okay.
little bit, but
Thanks.
he's
Hey, you know what? So I haven't
totally got you,
have,
box office.
I have
I
the script
understood.
here, and I had a few moments where it's like exposition. We cut to night and snow. It is the image that the movie began with. I wish I would have just cut those out. It would have been fluid. God, you can't undo these things live. Oh, you got anything for me, Matt? You want to help me recover?
I just
The
think
man
he's an
of
old. I
wisdom.
just think he's an old man rambling.
Oh,
Oh,
That's it.
my
I
God.
don't think- no.
oh my gosh. Old man rambling. All that for old man rambling.
Oh, that's harsh, Matt.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's something about it like that speaks to me because he's with his dad and his dad died, and this is sort of like a parting message in this time of uncertainty that he's in, and I don't know. That's sad.
It's good if you watch this movie like every couple years or so. Like if you grow with this movie, you'll appreciate it more and more as you get older.
You know, you'll be an old man and you'll look back on this. You'll say, "Oh, that kid Brawler, he was right. I should have listened to him. I should always listen to him. I should have never ridiculed him ever."
Because you're still young. You're still young, Matt.
Yeah. And Matt is young. He's very young. I'm trying to do the math.
I'm old,
of how
dude.
old. I was trying to do the
No,
math.
you're
26
not. You're
in
not.
2007. The problem is, if you're old, Matt, that makes anyone older than you older than old.
I'm probably the oldest one here.
Matt. No, you are not.
Whoa.
No, you're not.
Is Matt 57?
He's 57 years old. A great 57. Well, let's see. Let's get to a few of these chats before we have our final thoughts about the movie, guys. Let's see here. Here we go. Pop Pumpkin, Ed Tom, which is Tommy Lee Jones' character, represents old men in general. Most feel the world moves past them because, in a sense, it always does. Yeah. Yeah, they sort of get lost along the way, right? Things change so much. It's weird how much things just change in a week, right? I mean, I don't like change. Let's see. There will always be something left to do. Still got to retire or expire. Aw. World ain't waiting on you. That's vanity. Let's see. Oh, caveat ties. I got on a McCarthy kick a bit back. Yes, they're downers.
Yep.
That's sad. The Road is ultimately a hopeful book, as
It
grim
is.
as it is.
It's probably his most hopeful book, and it's so fucked up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yikes. Megan, if you like this film, Brawler, watch Nocturnal Animals.
Oh, that's so
What?
funny you bring that up, Megan, because like for some reason I started thinking about that movie as we were talking about this. That's weird. Yeah, that movie's fucking annoying too.
I
Who's
saw
in that? Is Jake Gyllenhaal in that?
Yeah.
I think, and Amy Adams, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
I saw that years ago, and I don't remember very much at all about it, but I remember that I wasn't super crazy about it.
Yeah, the end. It's got like an ending like this, basically.
Okay. Okay.
But there's some good stuff in that movie though. Like there's a scene where his family, the guys drive up to the family when they're broken down. It's like really tense. But
Okay.
it's a
Cool.
frustrating movie.
Dang. Yeah, Bob Pumpkin says Nocturnal Animals is wild, but the opening is so gross.
Oh my god, yeah, yes, it is.
Oh, gosh. Wow. If he's saying something's gross, that's saying a lot.
Bunch of fat naked women dancing in the opening title sequence.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
It's a nice creative choice.
Forgot about that.
What's up, Paul?
Oh, Paul's here. What's up, guys? What's up, Paul? Proc file. Time flies way too fast nowadays. Yep. You're right, Proc file. It does. Caveat ties. Blood Meridian. Now that's a book.
That's the movie that they have that dumb phrase that I just do not agree with, but this book is unfilmable. And they say that Blood Meridian is unfilmable, but that's like Cormac McCarthy's magnum opus, you know? And for years, Ridley Scott was trying to make it. And I think that they might actually be doing it right now. And the guy that made The Road is making it. So
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting. Cool. Great. So what are your guys' final thoughts on the movie? Is there anything else we left out you want to say before we conclude? And tell us, do you recommend No Country for Old Men?
Oh, have to recommend it. Just for Javier Bardem's performance in this is worth watching.
Yep. Agree. 100%. Yeah. And it is well made. And despite my frustrations, that just might be a me thing. Well, obviously it's a me thing because most people seem to love this film. I do think it's worth checking out. The acting is great. The filming is great. Pacing, editing, all of that. And Javier Bardem. Yes, I feel like this movie kind of put him on the map mainstream.
I think I heard that Josh Brolin, that this was kind of a big boost to his career.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. What was that from? Was that from the Joe Rogan interview? I think, or
might have
there
said
was
that in
some
there.
recent
Don't
one
remember. Okay, I don't remember.
where
There's some
came
clips
up.
of him going around talking about it. And yeah, he mentions that this was like the pivotal moment in his career, which I'd agree with for both of them. I mean, Javier Bardem was a Spanish actor and he was big over in Spain, but in terms of America, yeah, like this is what put him on the map.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that this is a phenomenal movie. It's not for everyone, but I do recommend it to everyone, even though I think that most people that watch it aren't going to like it. My wife absolutely hates this movie. So I think she actually might be watching the stream right now, but we watched the movie and she turned to me and she was just like, what the hell did you just make me watch? You know? But yeah, I understand it's not for everybody, but it still is a great modern American masterpiece, in my opinion. That just gets better with age.
It's hard for me to think of it as a Western. Like, it just doesn't really strike me as a Western.
Yeah, it's a neo-noir
Western.
Yeah.
What more do you need? It's in the West. They got cowboy hats on.
Do they have
desert?
cowboy hats on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Who?
Josh Brolin.
Yes,
You have
Brolin
Woody
Tommy Lee-
Harrelson.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
He even goes to the store and buys some new boots.
Okay, the boots. I recognize all the boots. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the hats. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I was so enamored by their, visual performances with their facial features. I didn't even notice.
And their hair.
And their hair, yes, Javier Bardem. Oh, gosh. Yep. Well, it's a recommend from Brawler, too. And I had a great time watching it. Honestly, Megan, she's the one that wanted to talk about this. So sad that she got kicked out. She was the one that wanted me to. She brought it up a while ago, and here we are. But I wouldn't have watched it if it weren't for her. There's something about it where I just wasn't really that interested or curious. But now I'm glad we did. It was great, and I really enjoyed it. Tense, start to finish. I think it's. I think if you like horror movies, you'll really be into this because I felt like I was getting horror vibes, and there were moments. I can't remember the last time I watched like a thriller movie where I was alone and it was dark in here and I was looking behind me. It was weird. And this isn't even a horror movie. So that's got to tell you something. Javier Bardem, man. Yeah. So yeah, recommend from Brawler. And yeah, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Always great having you on, Sin and World War Joe and Matt. Thanks for hopping on, Matt. It's good seeing you.
Always.
I think the last time I saw you, was that Elephant Man or was there another one?
Matrix, wasn't it?
I didn't know you guys did Matrix. That's cool. Yeah, it could have been Elephant Man.
Wow. Dang, that was a long time ago. That was a good one. Yeah, that was good. So thanks for joining again, guys. It was great. Everybody, thank you for joining and talking with us in the chat. We appreciate you guys as always. Please be sure to check out these great channels, our friends here, the panel. Check them out in the description below. Give them a sub. It never hurts to sub. You might find your new favorite channel, as Wilkie always says. And if you don't mind doing me a favor, if you want to watch more of these Gen Z reviews with these great panels of creative minds, please be sure to subscribe here at Box Office Brawler. We're live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It would be great to have you on. And it actually looks like this guy, Dax, just sent me my first jewels. I've never gotten jewels before. So thanks. 200 jewels. And he says, jammin'. So
Nice.
Dax, I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it. It's something, and something's great. Thank you, Dax. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, also, if you don't mind, give us a thumbs up and subscribe it here. That'd be great. Something new is hype. If you could hype the stream, that would be nice. That's like a new metric people are interested in. So if you hype the stream, that'd be great. Next Tuesday, we're taking off. Unfortunately, me and the boys, we're getting together. We're going to see Texas Chainsaw Massacre in theaters.
Oh,
So next Tuesday is National Texas Chainsaw Day. So we're going to see that in
Right.
theaters, and we're not going to stream. We're going to make a whole day of it. We're going to go to Saki first, and then we're going to go see the movie and hang out and talk afterwards. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys the week afterwards, which I will give you a hint. Well, actually, I'll just tell you what it is. We're talking about Labyrinth. So that'll be fun.
oh my gosh!
Maybe
Finally,
Yeah. So we're
I
finally going
remember
to
we
it.
talked about
Yeah.
that.
It's finally here. So yeah, thank you all. We appreciate you guys as always. And never forget, give him the Duke and give him the dog.
What kind of person are you? Are you the kind that sees signs, sees miracles? Or do you believe that people just get lucky?